Don't mind me, just trying to get this live set up here. Work with me, please. And thank you. Don't mind me, just trying to get this live
there we go.
set up here. Work with me. Glad to know that there is sound. Wonderful. Okay. What's up, guys? Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, back with a tarot pop-up for you guys. This is going to be sort of a mini episode so that I can let you guys know that I'm packing my bags and I'm moving to a new location. Link's going to be in the description. Link is in the chat. If you like what you see here, please do support the channel over there, okay? I'd appreciate it. Thanks. So today I am going to just be answering questions live. Anybody on there who has something on their heart that they need to talk about or would like a little direction or clarity, I'm here for you. Only thing I ask in return is that you do hit that like, share, or subscribe button, and that we do keep the energy exchange going. And just limit it to one question. If you want something deeper, you can certainly book a reading or check out my Etsy store where there are certainly readings there as well. So today I'm actually just going to start by pulling a few cards. I actually did print out some questions that I've received as well until we start getting some people jumping on the live. Okay? I'm going to start by just really setting the intention, pulling a oracle card to see, just to kind of get some type of energy flowing here. I love this. Okay, so this is the intention here. And this comes from me. This comes from whoever finds this video. It is time to move unapologetically and own the room. Sorry, this camera keeps tripping. Okay. Yeah, and also to show gratitude for abundance. Okay, this is the intention that we have for today's show, is that we're gonna move unapologetically and we're gonna own the room. And we're gonna show gratitude for the abundance of love and support and appreciation that we have for life in itself and all of the abundance that does surround us. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the DMs and see what questions we might have. Okay? Okay, so the first one is about a situationship. It says, hey, I've been on and off with someone and I just can't tell if they're actually serious about me or if I'm just holding on to potential. What's their energy toward me right now? So I'm going to start by just pulling a couple of these cards because they're really, really great with twin flame energy, soulmate energy, as well as situationship energy. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say about your situation there. Oh, okay. So that's actually really promising, okay? Because the question is, I've been on and off with somebody, and one of the most recent readings I did was that there is this back and forth energy going on right now if you happen upon that video. And it might need to be too late. Use your intuition. But this card right here says, he's thinking about you. He or she, he's thinking about you, and it tears him apart. He wants to run to you, but it's as if the past was tied to his legs, okay? So there must have been something here that went on that he can't seem to get past, because he definitely wants to with he definitely wants to run to you here with this card showing up, but he absolutely doesn't exactly know how to do it. And it says it's not that easy to get out of, but you don't want to either. You do dive into each other's souls. This just means that you guys definitely do have a real and true connection here, and they want you to honor that and appreciate that. The only work here is honestly, which everybody's working on right now, is releasing what happened in the past. Whatever happened to have you guys in a separation right now is what's honestly keeping him from coming to you right now. If you guys are doing this in and out situation, or you might be in a no contact situation or something like that. So to answer your question about whether or not there's, you're just holding on to something that's not really there, their energy is true and it is love, but there's so much confusion that it's being distorted by either what happened between you two in the past or what's actually happening, something that happened to him personally in the past. I'm going to jump into the tarot to see if we can get a little bit deeper layer here to see exactly what could be going on here. Whatever it is that he is, that is holding him back, though, is they're saying that he doesn't feel like this is something that's easy for him to leave or get out of or figure out, quite honestly, okay? And it says that, it says that he does want you. I mean, look, we have the Four of Wands showing up. That's typically about some type of solid foundation, but when you look at it here, coupled with this card here, it is saying that even though this is a solid relationship, there's still some confusion that is keeping you guys from actually experiencing this energy together, okay? But we do have that showing up with the Magician. And so your work right now is to just see what you can do about focusing on, what you need to focus on and sort of giving him the space that he needs to figure this out. And it's so funny that this is the first reading that I did, because the last reading that I actually posted on my other channel where this podcast is moving, it was literally about this, running in and out of my life, and why does it seem so confusing? Why does it seem so confusing? What is some advice that I can give this person in regards to this situation? I mean, obviously it's right now redirect your focus, because the more you obsess over it, the more you are repelling that energy. Yeah, and it's like I said, it's absolutely about wanting to be more playful or going out and kind of doing your own thing. In fact, oh, hey, yes, you absolutely. Let me go ahead and wrap up this question, but go ahead and get your question ready and make sure you do hit that like, share, or subscribe so that we can keep the energy exchange going. But yeah, let me wrap this one up real quick. Yeah, so you're seeing here that you are absolutely getting this friendship energy and this celebration energy and this wanting to come together energy. But there is something from the past that is keeping him from truly being able to come to you. And they're even saying that there's something that happened between you two that is keeping you from truly being able to be present in this connection, okay? But we do have the King of Pentacles showing up, because there is true, genuine love there. But there is some work that needs to be done before you guys can actually come back together in this stable relationship or this stable place. Okay, so I hope that did help you. I'm going to move on to the next question. And yes, so Kutsi, do you have your question ready? Or let's see, Sanja, I'll check you if Kutsi doesn't have the question available. And Sanjan, what energy are you looking for? Are you looking for love? Are you looking more for finances, or just kind of in general? Just so I know exactly which cards they'll want me to use. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood the question. It says, hi, can you check what is Kay's energy now and when I can reach her? Okay, love. Okay, sure. That's perfect, because I was actually just using these cards for that. So let's see where Kay is at right now. And I take it from your question, you guys are in separation right now? Okay, this is actually really great. Now, the first card that we did get, which is the actual answer here, is that it is important that you two do keep in touch, okay? Now, it does say that she is going to be approaching you, okay? So it seems like if you can stay energetically balanced in this situation, she's going to be coming to you. It says she's going to approach you. She wants to explain everything. She's sorry and ashamed of whatever she's told you and thought it was the truth when she said it. But it won't take that long until she's ready. So it does sound like there is going to be some type of reaching out or some type of connection here, but it does sound like they want you to let her reach out to you. And I'm just going to pull one tarot card so that we can go a little bit deeper, and then if you want to go deeper, you can certainly book a reading or check out my Etsy store where I have other readings and things like that. So this is what we were saying right here. You see how it says it's important that you keep in touch. So there is this connection between you two, and that it is an important connection. But they're saying don't try to force it, because whatever is keeping her, wherever she's at right now, she's needing to take the initiative here to reach out. And let me go ahead and see. And when I picked that up, I did see the Four of Pentacles, and that could typically mean that she's in the process of holding on to something or learning something that she needs to take into this next phase or back into the relationship with you. Let's see. Yeah, and then we have that showing up with the Page of Cups. So your only advice right now is to try to stay open. Stay open-hearted and stay open to receiving communication from her, because it's not telling you to go out there and chase or reach out to her right now, because if you do, it might be counterproductive. But that also did show up with the Six of Pentacles here, which is about ebbing and flowing, which is about giving and taking. So in this situation, if you can just stay open to the fact that you are going to be receiving communication from her and try not to stress about it or obsess about it, then it looks like it's going to be coming in sooner than later. Okay, so I hope that did help you, and I hope that you can stay open enough to receive the message from her. But it looks like you guys are going to be in communication here very soon. Okay, yes, Daya, if you have your question ready, feel free. Just make sure you do hit that like, share, or subscribe so that we can keep the energy exchange going. But I'd be more than happy to answer a question for you. What do you got? Okay, power and victory. Okay, let me see. If Daya's not here, I'll go ahead and jump into your question. But I'm so sorry to hear that you have to deal with that. It's so frustrating, especially at work. We're a place where you have to be there most of the time. Daya, are you still there? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, there you go. Okay, why did the manager give me attitude at work? Okay, let's find out what's going on with Daya and what's going on at work. And power and victory. If you can hold tight, I'll get to your question next. And if not, come back to the video because I'll answer it anyway. I'm going to use these I Don't Care Oracle cards to get an overarching energy, and then we're going to find out what's going on with Daya and the manager at work. Oh, this is interesting. Have you guys had some type of a confrontation here? If I'll get just... Okay, because it's showing here that you guys had some type of recent confrontation with this no card, and it also showed up with don't care if you don't like me. Let's see what else is going on here. Did you guys physically have something happen? And it's crazy because I picked that up and it said just fuck it. So I would say that she has some type of vendetta or attitude, or I don't know if it's she, but your boss has some type of vendetta or attitude against you. Maybe you guys had a little confrontation. Maybe you didn't think it was that big of a deal, but she took it more personally than you did. But let's go ahead and go deeper with the tarot here. What is going on with the manager there? Okay, so you guys did have a confrontation. That makes sense, because That's where the attitude is coming from. And I feel like, and they're even saying that, whatever that was, maybe you might have been able to move on from it, but she took it to heart. And so now she has a stanky attitude about it. And it's unfortunate, but you are at work. So as long as you can get your work done, you don't really have to be friends like that. Yeah, they see with the page of swords showing up, they want you to stay open here and stay open to the downloads and the things that are coming through. Do not let this situation cut you off from, like, you're so focused on their attitude that you lose sight of this, and this that's actually going on. They want you to definitely stay in your power here with this. 100%. This and look, I don't know what happened, okay? But they're saying that you're right in this situation, especially with the King of the King of Wands showing up with the Page of Swords. They're definitely saying that she's the one that's taking this in a different way. Just kind of unexpected, because there's also some other things that's going on with her here, okay? So maybe that's what actually was the real root of the interaction with you two. And so, you know, she's probably projecting, because that also could be what this Page of Swords could represent, and which is why she's just being like, no, like F everybody type stuff. Okay, but you're right here. You're absolutely right here to stay in your power and know that you stood your ground here for whatever reason. Okay, because this is not really about you. It might be at this point because of the altercation, but it didn't stem from that. It stemmed from something that he or she is going through that doesn't have to do with you. The altercation is the byproduct of that, unfortunately. Okay? Yeah, and honestly, like I say, just stay in your power here. And like I said, when you're at work, be cordial. You're at work, so you have to kind of do that anyway. But, you know, there's no other reason beyond that. If she's going to still have an attitude and you're not, and you don't have that attitude, you're doing your part by freeing up that energy. The rest is up to her. Seriously. So I'm going to jump into Power and Victory's question, but Daya, you got this. Seriously, you don't have to put up with it. If this felt like you had done something wrong, it would have showed up. They're literally saying, don't care if you don't like me. I didn't do anything wrong. Just fuck it came up. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm in my power. I don't know what to tell you to do, lady. You need to go figure your life out. Real talk. And then that's bless everybody's heart also. Okay, so Power and Victory, let's see. Will our mean and evil... Oh, man. Shoot. We got a boss freaking thing going on right now. Because the next one is Power and Victory. Seems like they're having some type of issue as well. It says, girl, I have a question. Will our mean and evil boss, Hetty M, resign or get fired this week? Corporate is involved with her behaviors. Okay. Let me see. I think I might try the angel answers for this one. We didn't get a very direct answer. And then we'll clarify with the tarot. They want you to remain positive as best you can, okay? And I know that you're probably like secretly like, ooh, if this bitch get fired, I'll be positive. I'll positively go have me a party. But let's see what they're saying here. Oh, yeah. See, and you know, the thing is, Power, they're going to lean towards forgiveness, okay? Let's see what else they say before I go into the actual answer to your question here, because they want you first to definitely do what you can to try to oh, come on, camera, don't start tripping. And then I got the light going on here. But this is the forgiveness card. And they have yes showing up at the bottom of the deck, so not that we want anybody to lose their job or get fired or anything crazy. We just want to make sure everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Alright, so this is tripping, so I'm not going to use that anymore. Screw it. Forgiveness. They want you to find some type of forgiveness for the evil things that she has done to you. Don't let it affect you is what they're saying, but we do have yes showing up at the bottom of the deck. What is going to happen in Power's situation? And actually they want me to use these. There's that remain positive energy. That's why they wanted me to switch to these tarot cards, actually. But let's see. Tell me more about Hetty M and what's going on with them this week. Because there is a level of forgiveness here, but yes, did come out as the underlying energy. So she may very well have some accountability here that she's going to be held for. Okay. Don't get mad, Kay. Heba! Hey! Oh my God! Hey! Hold on a second. Let me talk to Power here about what's going on. Culture! Oh my God! You're here! Yay! Oh my God, you guys! Thank you. I'm so glad to see you guys. Let me wrap this up real quick, and then I'll jump into you guys' question. So Power, I will say, with the Three of Pentacles showing up, this might not be. She might not lose her job over this. I mean, look, you know the situation and you know how intense it is. But the cards are saying, they're showing that you guys are probably still going to be working together. But she might have some type of, like, epiphany or evolvement where she understands that her behaviors. And then we do have yes showing up at the bottom of the deck, but with everything that's showing up here, it looks like you guys might still be working together, okay? And maybe she is going to be held accountable for whatever it is that she did. That's what the Judgment card is, for sure. But it doesn't look like it might cost her her job. And I'm not that sorry to say that because it's hard out here in these streets, so nobody wants to lose their job. But you better get your shit together or you might, type stuff, okay? So Power, I hope that, there you go. It's 4 people who claimed her to the state of her, for her, discrimination and harassment. Okay. Now, I feel like what they're saying here then is that, especially with that intense, because I feel like if it does happen, it is not going to be something that happens this week. And maybe that's why they're saying more positively, try to work on some form of forgiveness within yourself so it doesn't affect you. But it looks like at least through this week, to answer your question, that you guys might actually still be working together this week. Maybe there's a process and they still have to go through it. Let me pull one more card on here to see why though, because yeah, I mean there is some type of victory and it does show up here within the near future. You know, that's why I say it could be that she isn't going to be fired this week, which is specifically your question. But with them being aware of it, something is going to be happening in the near future. For sure. And this Three of Pentacles is typically about working together. So who knows how they're going to actually handle that. But if it's been that extreme, where it's harassment and discrimination, it's only a matter of time before she loses her job. For sure. Right. See, that's the thing. And so, and have you actually voiced your concerns about this? Because if this is creating a hostile work environment, and if you, and especially you and multiple people feel this way, there has to be some type of recourse because you shouldn't be expected to just go to work and put up with this. Like, I would be like, well, I need to work from home until you guys work this out. Because I'm not going to be letting somebody talk to me this way or treat me this way, and then now I lose my job. But more important to the point, it doesn't look like she is going to have that impact to be able to fire you. And if so, you have that rebuttal of, wait a minute, this is what's going on here. And then you definitely want to go above whoever's head you need to go above. Yeah, and that's so crazy. Oh, I got you. You were in my prayers for sure. You guys are all in my heart, and I definitely send so much love to you guys, because when you have to be at work all day and deal with assholes, that's not life. That's not a fun life, for sure. But what I would do though, like real talk, because it doesn't look like they're going to be making any movements this week. is really the truth. And it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means it's probably not going to be moving as fast as you'd like it to, especially with the Chariot actually showing up. We do have something happening where it's going to make it a little bit more calm environment. But just do what you can, which we saw here, to remain calm and try to pull back any type of animosity or energy that you're shooting that way, and then this will resolve itself, okay? Because that's also this movement energy of the Chariot, for sure. Oh, thank you so much, Heba. I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you. You guys are awesome. So, Power, I hope that helps. Honestly, definitely, follow or whatever and hit me up, because I'm going to be doing these shows. I'm going to switch it to every other month on my new channel. So, please do subscribe over there starting the 26th. And it'll be every other Sunday after that. But I'll give you guys plenty of advance notice. But yeah, so hang in there, Power, okay? It might not happen as fast as you'd like it to happen, so right now it's going to be about you trying to self-regulate and not go crazy on this bitch. Okay? Real talk. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it'll absolutely be a retaliation, and that's the reason why you're about to own that company. Go ahead, fire me, please. Not only will I get unemployment, but now I'm about to own this mother effer. Because this, and this. Plus, she's being investigated by corporate. You have power here, seriously. Yep, that's my owl and my singing bells with my feathers. Yep. So I do hope that helped, Power. Seriously, I'm sending you so much love. And remember, Power, you got the power. You have way more power here than you think. Don't let this person knock you off your game. What is your name? Power and victory? Remember that. Period. And that's exactly what this card represents. Okay, move like you own that mother effer. And you just might if they fire you, so go ahead. Okay, so who's next? All right, let's see. We got Power. We had... okay, so Surah, are you still there? If you're still there, just weigh in, and let's see if there's other people here in the meantime. Heba, what do you got for me? Man, it has been so crazy. Okay. Remember I was all like, woo! Got my insurance license, job, life. I literally had the entire rug pulled out from under me. And so I had to take some time to really kind of balance out and really, really reprioritize and understand what I'm doing so that my energy can still keep moving and still keep moving in those positive ways. And zooming out, the things that have happened from since then have been miraculous, and now I see, okay, Spirit, fine. It's another one of those moments where I don't know what the hell's going on, but it shows itself as to why eventually. How about you, Heba? How about you? How are you doing? I know the last time we talked, you were either going for an interview or you had gotten a job. Weigh in. What's going on with you? What do you want to know? Culture, are you still there? Let's see. Okay, so you want to see what's coming in? Your life's been a series of shit shows. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, and it sounds like you've been in that same energy. But literally, remember what I just said. It feels like shit for sure. But when you can zoom out for a second, and even in the spiral, because I'm telling you, this really threw me off my game for a couple of weeks. And I'm like, what the heck do you want from me? Rawr! Just pissed off, because I'm like, wait, I was on my game, I was doing my thing, I was about to come up. And then I had to take some time to really sit with it, zoom out, and say, okay, I see what you're doing here, Spirit, because this, and this is ramping up. This, and this. And so they gave me the information like maybe only a few days ago, they were like, look what's happening. You were about to just settle for less, and you can't do that. That's not what you're doing here anymore. And I was going to be like, okay, I'll just go to work and fucking fine. And just leave everything else that I really, really love and want to do, push it aside, which will eventually have it be nothing. So, broader perspective is a motherfucker, but it does help you see things so that you're not so in the broil that you spiral and really lose everything that you've been building up to this point. So let's see. Okay, yes, Serba, what do you got here? What kind of will I get the kind of future husband that I want? Okay. What do you want? I think I'll go ahead and use these. And we'll see what's going on with Serba. I'm going to call you just Surab, okay, if that's okay. Never any disrespect, I just don't want to butcher your name. And my second camera took a crap, so we're just gonna keep it up top here. Okay. So they are saying, while you know the type of person that you want, there is some type of inner struggle going on here between you possibly believing that it is possible for you. The answer, yes, you can have the husband that you want, but the question here is, do you really believe that? Okay, because there is definitely some type of inner struggle going on, whether between the I can have it and, I believe I can have it, but do I really get it, And so at the bottom of the deck, it says assistance and control, okay? That's letting you know that you just need to release some type of control so that you can relax into where you are right now and start to see the progress. But again, it's that same zoom out where, I'm never going to get the guy that I want, or the man or the woman that I want. I'm never going to get this person, or am I even worthy of this? There's a lot of other things going on there. And they're really saying it's a worthiness thing, so it really depends on how you truly feel and if you believe that that's a possibility. But let me go ahead and clarify here with a tarot card. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles when I pick it up. That's all about long-term longevity. That's all about legacy. That's all about, long-term relationships. So it is so possible and even probable. The only variable would be whether or not you truly believe you're worthy of that and how you move from that space. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, see, it confirms that. It confirms that, and especially with the Four of Cups showing up, because this is that potential or that possibility of you being able to get that husband that you want. There he is. Right, but I think that that worthiness thing, or this inner struggle that you have, either believing that it's possible, or or even thinking that you're worthy of it. But they're saying that you absolutely are. And here it typically means ships coming in, but right here they're really saying it's time to broaden your horizon or expand your perspective of what's possible, so that you can actually receive the partner that you're seeking, for sure. Yes, 20 Owl. I am going to answer Surab, then we're going to talk to Heba, and then I'll get to your question next, okay? Yes, sir, yes. Okay, yeah, so Surab, let me tell you, 100%. Your husband's right there. He's like, I'm right here. You just have to look this way. You have to look where I am. And if there is some type of internal thing that they're saying there is, this is them, not me. They are saying that there is some type of inner conflict, but this card also says conscious choice. So it's a time for you to make a conscious choice to catch yourself in that worthiness spiral, or catch yourself in that doubt spiral if you can. and try to zoom out and say, wait a minute, that doesn't have to be true. Or what if it does work out? Because that's enough of it's enough of a pause to stop the energy from going in the direction you don't want it to go in. What if what if it could happen? What if it is true? What if I did meet him tomorrow at 7-Eleven or whatever? If that's just enough to shift that energy in that moment. Okay, so you don't have to go from I'm this, I'm that. Just go like, wonder if it's not true. Wonder if it does happen to work out. That changes everything. Okay? You're welcome, and thank you so much for weighing in. I really, really appreciate you guys. Make sure you do hit that like, share, or subscribe button for the energy exchange, and also do go subscribe to the new channel, because I will be doing the show from now on over there, as I'm trying to grow my channel a little bit more organically and not keep getting hosed by the algorithm like I'm getting hosed here. I love you guys, and you know that. All right, Heba, sorry about that. Okay. Oh, that's great. Owls are a really great sign. It says here you've been seeing a lot of sign. I think that definitely they want you to tune in, especially when you see owls, or tune into what you're receiving, because they're about wisdom, and they're about knowledge, and they're about knowing. Okay, and it's funny that you say that, because even down here there's this person's name is 20 Owl 21. So there is something going on with owls, guys. Okay, Heba, so your question is what's going on with you? Sorry about that. Heba. Oh, right. Okay, cool. They symbolize intuition. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so your question was, let me see. I'm going to see what's coming. The shit show life, trust me, like I said, it has been a shit show. So let's find out what's going on. Okay, so let's just get an overarching energy. And Heba, your cards, these cards always pop in my head whenever I see you. So let's see, and they're really, really great for kind of understanding the current energy and where you might be in terms astrologically, or what energy might be active for you. So let's see. What do you want Heba to know about what's going on right now? Okay, so something is changing in a slow and steady way. I know that you say that it's been a shit show. You don't have to go into your business, obviously. But are you feeling progress? Are you feeling stuck? What's happening? Yes, I told him the same thing. Oh, yeah. So, are you feeling like there's any type of movement? Are you seeing any type of, because they're saying it's tied to your confidence. It's definitely tied to how you're moving and how you're wanting to kind of lean into a more Leo energy of confidence and resilience and power. But it also says slow and steady with Taurus showing up, because it's one foot in front of the other. So if you're not noticing progress, again, this is going to be the theme, I guess, zoom out, so that you could say, oh, wait, this is happening. Oh, wait, no, this is happening. Oh, yeah, I got that phone call. Oh, yeah, I booked that interview, whatever, And so that you can see that even though it's not this thing that might be working out, it's that things are working out, and if you zoom out enough, you can see that they're moving you along your path. Oh, I'm so sorry, and I totally get that. I know exactly how you feel, and especially if you have been experiencing any type of setbacks or anything like that, and so it feels next to impossible to just be like, oh, I'll just go be confident. Sure, why didn't I think of that? I totally get that, but they're saying slowly and steadily work towards getting your confidence back. Even if you sit there for a second and just sit there and just write down some things, not anything but the truth, because you want to prove to your nervous system that this is true that I'm seeing. Okay, not that you're having to fantasize or affirm or visualize, none of that. Oh, I love my son. I have an amazing family. I love my dogs. I live in a beautiful house. I'm saying, like, things like that. You want to start looking where the abundance is instead of where it isn't, because that's what definitely will keep you stuck. And they're saying that you can do that with slow and steady steps. Okay? With slow and steady steps, you can get your confidence back. And then when I pick that up, we do have rest and rejuvenate showing up. Let's go ahead and go a little bit deeper here, though, because if you're feeling stuck, like I said, just trying to be confident is not going to be the easiest thing. It's literally going to be a conscious effort, like we got with the last cards, to say, what's going on? Where am I, honestly? Where do I want to be, and what needs to happen along the way? So you want to focus on where you're trying to go so that you can start taking the small steps to get there. Because it won't just be a leap from I feel like shit to now I'm the queen of the world. It just doesn't happen it doesn't happen like that. And if you do, you got it, I don't. I have to slow that momentum down in a way that helps me recognize what's really going on here, so that my thoughts don't take me to some place that is not even the truth. Okay? Crying a lot, I totally get that. And honestly, you know, right now is such a time for release that, okay, you obviously, if you're just spiraling and you're crying all day long, that's not healthy. But sometimes those tears need to come because your body is releasing so much right now, especially as you raise your vibration. That shit can't stay there anymore, so it has to come out in some way. Usually it's tears. You don't want it to come out in rage. So you want it to come out in tears. Or even, in fact, these cards, it was at the bottom of the deck, it said, box with a pillow. Like, do what you can to get that aggression out. Go running, go swimming, because you're physically needing to release something right now. And that's going to be the fastest way to pull you out of a spiral, is to change your physiology. Even if you just get up and step outside. In fact, if you can't go for a walk or whatever, just go and sit out in the sun. I do that very often because I'm constantly in front of screens and editing and all this other shit. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go sit outside and feel the sun on my body. Not have my phone, not have nothing, just have my dogs jumping all over me, laying out in the sun so that I can feel like real energy, like, and really absorb it. So let's see what else, what they have for you here, Hiba, in regards to that. Because look at that, we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. Okay, there are opportunities all around you here, and things that they're saying you're probably missing because you feel stuck. And again, not to condemn anybody, you feel stuck. It is what it is, but at least you're aware of it. And you also know that you're not really stuck, okay? Your mind is trying to tell you that. Look at that. We have the King of Cups coming in, asking you to sort of work towards balancing those emotions out. And again, like I said, if you're feeling stuck or in some type of spiral, the fastest way out of that is to move your body in some way. And I don't care what way that is, but you're going to want to not sit there, because your body's going to harbor that and start thinking that that's the truth. Let me get some more advice from Spirit here, because they're saying there's definitely lots of opportunity around. So it's literally just a matter of you redirecting your focus in a way where you can slowly and steadily regain your confidence, okay? So this feels like possibly, now one of two things actually came up. Because this is the advice, and in this deck, this card very much is about conflict and things holding you back. But if you look at some of those figures, some of them are actually helping them. So in this deck, it comes up when they want you to assess or evaluate, and especially with the Lovers, because the Lovers is all about choices and decisions, things that are aligned with who you are. They want you to assess what you're doing, whether it's thoughts, who you're with, whether it's people, whether it's fam. I know we've had a few talks about you know, things. But whatever it is, and say, okay, which is helping me and which is hurting me? What's holding me back? Because again, some of these guys are holding holding them back. And then some of these guys are helping them. So they want you to take that time to make that choice and see what is actually aligned with where you're headed right now. Because there's an opportunity. There's more than one opportunity here, but you might not be able to see it because of the whole like slow, steady confidence rebuilding. Okay? So I'm going to get one more card for you, Heba, and then we'll go to the next question here. Okay, so you want to know, okay, so they do say that there's opportunities coming in, but you're not able to see them right now, honestly. Even with the look, we have solid opportunities coming in, things that are going to make things better, but there is some type of conflict that you're not able to see right now because you're feeling stuck and because you're crying and because you're not able to really see the opportunities around you. They're showing that there's a bunch, and they're actually going to make things better. I mean, you go right from the ace all the way to the queen. It's time to do some type of an assessment to see what you're doing that might be holding you back, or who might be holding you back, or what might, and like you said, it's chaotic at home, and that in and of itself is enough to produce anger, arguments, crying. And this right now, and I know you're sick and tired of this situation, but if you can pull back some of that anger and use it as fuel, because I don't know if you remember, I told you that something happened this summer to me that made me so mad that I said no more. And I started taking complete different action, and it changed the game. Sometimes you have to get sick and tired of stuff to actually make movements. Pick one lane, which again, I don't know if that's how you've been moving. I know we haven't really been communicating the last couple of weeks, but pick one lane and hit that motherfucker like it's the only lane. Period. Family talk, you guys are right here. All I have to do is not look and go do what I'm doing. Be on my neck all you want, but you're going to be behind me or to the side of me, not in front of me. What's in front of me is what I want, where I'm headed, and what I said I'm going to do. Period. And as soon as you hit it with that intensity, the absolute no more, you're going to see the progress. You know why? Because you're not going to be in this wishy-washy, stuck, sad, I'm hopeless energy. No, you're going to make a commitment to this. This is what I'm doing. And there's a ton of stuff you want to do, of course, but you're going to have to pick one lane and give it everything that you are. And not care about the brother or the mom or the dad or the friends. Fuck all of you guys if you're not right here with me. And that's it. That's it. Okay? And again, it's easier said than done to get there. But like I told my son, it's all right to not know. It's all right to feel like shit. Don't just accept feeling like shit. Don't just accept not knowing. Don't just accept that this is the truth, because it's not. It could be a YouTube thing. Let's see. I'm going to pull one more card about the YouTube. But I will say, because we got the Empress here with YouTube, honestly, and so it could be a very fertile thing. It just has to be the thing you're going to do, and do it with everything that you are. Seriously. And for me, with the way that you're feeling, YouTube can be a little frustrating. And I ain't even going to lie. We have that also showing up with the Five of Cups. That's what I'm saying. YouTube can be a little frustrating. So if that's what you're feeling called to do, follow that with everything that you are. Learn about it. Watch tutorials. Figure out how you can optimize your channel and do all that other stuff. But make sure that you commit to whatever it is that you're doing, because what they're really saying right now is that you're allowing the stuck energy to, I don't really want to use the word excuse, but that's what they're saying, to be an excuse for not doing it. And that's not acceptable. You know it's not acceptable. That's the reason why you feel like shit. You have to say no. I think you said you were 25. Take control. here and say, this is what I intend to do. And if you don't know, that's okay. That's what you need to be doing from now on until you know what it is. And you'll know because your body will light up and say, yeah, you know what, I can see myself doing that. Yeah, I can see myself. Yeah, this is it. This is light me up. I can see myself doing. Then you move towards it. But if you stay in this stuck energy, you will never be able to see what's actually there for you. And in droves. Because we got a few hard cards here, but we also got some very positive cards here too, Hiba. Okay? So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But, I feel like I know you well enough now to be like, look, do this. You got to, look, whoever's at your neck, let them be right there. Because it only exists if you engage. And you're like, if you find yourself engaging, oh shit, fuck that. Then you get to stay there doing that because I'm here now. Focused here. My focus is the only thing that really matters here. Everything else is happening, but it doesn't have to affect me unless I let it. Okay, so just take that as, did you just turn 26? I thought when we talked you were 25. I think so. Yeah. Oh, how's your sleep? That's a good question. That's actually a really good question. But honestly, I can feel that it's probably not that great if she's feeling stressful or anxious in any way, for sure. And so, also because I do have other questions. If you do want something deeper, though, book a reading. Buy one of my readings. Support me in that way as well, too. At the very least, go follow the other channel so that you can support me there as well. Okay? So, but there's like a few other questions that I do need to get to. Okay? So, but I love you, and make a commitment. Make a choice. And that's the only thing you do, and it doesn't matter what anybody else says about it. Okay. Okay, are you still there, 20 Owl? I'm so sorry that it's that because he was my homie, so we always go deep with Hiba and culture. These are my faves that support me very much. So I appreciate you guys for sure for showing up. Whoa. Yeah, and honestly, as I was saying that, just to like wrap it up, you're gonna have to release yourself from these things that you think are holding you back. Okay, this is subconscious fears. This is not the truth. Okay, all right. And so, let's see. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me go back up to your question here. And it was about... You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. And honestly, he was my girl. I love that girl. Seriously, like... Thank you, culture. Did you have a question up here? It might have got lost through in this as well. Sorry. You know what, 20? If you want to just drop your question again, I can't. I can't find it now. Oh, Hiba, you're my girl. You know I love you. And it's late there, right? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. It's like crazy, crazy late. So I so appreciate you guys. I love you too, for sure. Okay, 20. Can you put your question again? I'm not seeing it. And I know this is not all that exciting to watch me sifting through the chat. Or post my question because I don't think it went through. Oh, okay, cool. Can you repost it? Oh, it's 12:46. Okay. All right, cool. Well, it's still pretty late. He was a party animal. Okay, I see Culture's question. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. What angel numbers have you been seeing? Because I could give you an idea at least of what those mean, and then we'll see what they could be saying to you. Okay, what is coming in? Were you looking at love, or were you looking at money, or just in general? Ooh, very good. Okay, because 777, of course, luck. Then sevens are about wholeness, they're about achievement, they're about motion forward. They're also about some type of like coming out on top. 111 is manifestation, and 111 is manifestation, and 222 is alignment. So that is a very, very good sign. Honestly, that is such a good sign, you guys, and I love angel numbers because that is your like kind of like secret kiss from the universe that even if you don't see it here, we're here with you. You are on a lucky tear. Something good is going to be coming your way. So let's see. I'm going to actually start the tarot to see what these numbers or what they could be saying, and then we'll do a oracle card. Okay. Ooh. All right, we got the Emperor showing up. And then we have that showing up with the World. So there's some type of cycle that's completing here, but that is putting you in some type of a position of power. This does feel very work related. Is that where you're from? Oh yeah, it's everywhere. That's the cool thing. They said it's funny because some of these numbers show up in these mobile games. Like, for example, feeding some dinosaurs and the food amount goes to 777. I do that too. I play Yahtzee, so I get lots of angel numbers with that. But yeah, it looks like you're about to be put into some type of position of power or leadership, and it is coming on the heels because the World is a cycle completing, but it also is accomplishment. Are you focused on? Oh, you're not working. You're full time at the. Okay, so you're at the university. What are you majoring in? This could also have to do with. This could also have to do with an Aries, or like maybe a mentor of some sort. Are you being mentored? What are you saying here with these cards, guys? Because it's saying here that either you're mentoring or you're going to be mentored, or you've been mentored and you're going to be learning something that you can take with you. Okay, bro. Been planning for a PhD. Okay, yeah, so it feels like, are you being mentored right now? Or are you in a position where you could mentor someone else? Let me turn my light on here. Get you guys a little bit more light here. Because that's what the Emperor is representing here. There is some type of person of authority, or you may be put in some type of position of authority where you're going to be either guided or guiding somebody. And then we have the World showing up. It could very well have to do with even some type of a travel opportunity. And you're going to be learning something or teaching them something that they can take with them out into the world or along the way. Let's see what else they want us to know here, because we have the Magician showing up as well. This is something that you have been working on. We have that Five of Wands energy showing up again, okay? And some of this has been, some of it has been supporting you, and some of it has been holding you back. But you're about to receive some type of communication that is going to move things forward, and I think it has to do with this Emperor. Actually, like I said, you're either going to receive something, and maybe. Oh wait, what does it say? Okay, yeah, and maybe that's what it is, because you're going to receive some type of communication here from somebody that can either mentor you. And it feels like probably you being mentored, actually, in some way. But you're going to receive a real offer of mentorship. I mean, yes, you can go and ask questions or ask this information to your dad's friend, but I feel like you're going to be put in a position, and maybe it will be from your tutor. Actually, I didn't realize you said you were being tutored. Maybe that's what it is that you guys you're going to learn something valuable that you can take with you, and then you're going to realize at that point what things may have been holding you back or what may be moving you forward. How far along are you in the journey? Let me see what they say with the soul trees. Okay, they have breathe coming out. Yeah, it's going to be the start of something, because we have breathe and conception showing up in the soul trees, which does indicate that maybe you could be a little bit worried about something. But they do want you to watch for signs with synchronicity showing up. Okay, no, that's perfect. Yeah, so I feel like that could have something to do with that, because you said that you could most likely graduate with your bachelor's next year, and then you'll be moving on to your PhD. There is going to be some pivotal person, possibly in Aries. It doesn't have to be in Aries, although this isn't. It feels like an Aries because this is the mentor that they're talking about. Could just be somebody who has that sort of strong, authoritative father figure presence, but they don't want you to worry about it. You're at the start of something, because something is about to end. I love you guys when I finally get the fucking shit. And you're going to be able to take this with you into your next phase, actually, okay? And it is going to be a very positive thing. Not only is it going to be communication, but any type of fears or blocks that you may have felt that you had are now going to be open, or it's going to be basically open, and things are going to be moving very fast at that point. And then that was the Emperor card that fell. So I hope that helped in some way, but it looks like you're going to be looking out for, like, not even looking out. Okay, it's going to be something that comes through unexpectedly, but it's going to be a mentor of some kind, or some type of a figure that is going to help you move forward in the ways that you're intending to do so, okay? And it could be an Aries. You may not be aware of the Aries is what they're actually saying, which is why you're saying that you don't know who it could be. But this could be somebody that you meet along the way, because it is going to be the beginning of something as this ends. Okay? So I hope that helped, and I hope that made some type of sense. Maybe when I watch this back it will. But yeah, so I hope that did help. And let's see if I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next question. Let me see what time it is. Okay, yeah, we're doing all right. Okay, Culture, if you're still there, go ahead and drop your question. I think it was something about, I thought I saw something about your boss as well. But I know you've also been having some issues with your boss recently, too, when we last talked. And yeah, 20 Owl, it could just very well be someone that you're not aware of, okay? If you wanted to know what was coming in, it's going to be somebody, a mentor or a father figure or some type of figure of authority that's going to help you move forward. Just to put that answer in short. Maybe you might want to watch it back, because I know I was all over the place with it. All right, Culture, will you face any more negativity from your boss while you're employed? I'm looking for a new job, but you don't want to leave in flames. Okay, let's see. So your boss is still giving you... I think you were having problems with your boss before. It sounds like they're still giving you a hard time, huh? See. What do you want Culture to know? And have you said anything to anybody about this negative behavior and this negative treatment? Because much like with what we said with power, you're not putting up with it. You guys think you can do that, but no. We have the strength card showing up for sure. They want you to, persevere as best you can, but you are in this moment of self-discovery. Excuse me. You are in this moment now of self-discovery because, like you said, you've been looking for something else, and there is going to be a change coming through. And they're just saying that they want you to be open to change. Now, have you said that you've been looking for another job. Have you been making any progress or seeing any progress in that respect? I'm going to pull one of these as well, just because I love my cards. I love my new cards. All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, they want you to remain hopeful, and they want you to know that everything is going to work out, okay? And that you're, like, just, you got to say something if you haven't already said something about the way that they're treating you, okay? Because it's not acceptable, and even though you're being hopeful and that everything is going to work out, you're worthy of way more than what you're allowing because you're accepting that type of a treatment if you haven't already. Yes, I'm gonna talk to culture, and then looks like there's one more message after that, and then I'll be able to answer your question, Aliyah. Let's see. I'm reworking my resume for a totally different career. Ah, that's beautiful. Okay. That's terrible. Well, and again, that it definitely feels like it's a hopeless situation, and you are actively making that effort. However, I feel like they're just saying, I wouldn't worry about leaving in flames. If you're doing everything that you can, and the company is on his side, and he's mistreating you, that doesn't sound cricket. There must be something else going on there. That maybe I'm not aware of. But let's just see here, because they do want you to remain hopeful. They want you to continue to do what you're doing, like you said, something that's going to put you on a better track, which is what you're doing. You're persevering, and you're going through that stage of self-discovery, and it is going to bring on some type of change. Okay, it's going to lead to growth. And when I pick that up, we definitely have balance showing up. So if you could just be a little bit patient with your situation and try to sort of redirect your focus from, it just depends on how he's mistreating you and things like that, because it doesn't sound like the company would be on his side if he was mistreating you, or if they were aware of it at least. So we need to figure out where the disconnect is there. She's already giving me a hard time. So let's see what else they want us to know about here, because it just says stay hopeful, and you have the strength to persevere this, but definitely be actively looking for that change. What do you want us to know about? And then with the King of Pentacles and the Sun, they're saying that he feels like he's in this position of authority, but you need to try to remain positive through this situation here, okay? And be patient. Remember, I was just saying about being patient with the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Because you are actively working to make that change. And so if you just continue to chip away at it, things are going to work out. Like they said here, everything is going to definitely work out, and there is going to be the right time for a powerful shift. But unfortunately, you're just being asked to remain positive here. Unfortunately, that's what they said. Okay? But, like I said, I don't know your full situation. If he's mistreating you and the company's on his side, there's something in there that needs to be looked at. Straight up. Okay? So, the company is not going to put up with somebody just mistreating somebody. You might want to look deeper into that. Try to remain positive. They're saying that he kind of has a little bit of a power complex here, also with this King of Pentacles and the Sun. So that could be the reason why he kind of throws his weight around a little bit. But that's because the Sun is a positive card, but it can also mean arrogance. And this is power with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so he might be a little arrogant and be trying to throw his power around. Try to remain positive and just be patient, because things are working out as you are actively making and looking for that change. Okay? So I'm sorry that you have to deal with that, and it's so frustrating because, sometimes just dealing with people can be a little bit exhausting. But try to remain positive. You are making your way out of the situation. Okay, so I hope. Oh, great. I'm so glad that helped you, because I hope that did help you. I know it's tough because you still we're still at the mercy of this guy being an a-hole if he wants to. He's literally just on a power trip. Just try to stay in your lane and focus on, I'm planning my escape right now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next question. Roger. Okay. And I think Alaya, are you still there? Munavar wants study abroad for master level. This is possible this year. Okay. So the question is are you going to be able to study abroad this year, or is it for this person, Munavar? Yes, Culture, you got this. Seriously, if you know you're actively making a change, and I can actually feel a little bit of a shift in your energy from the last time we talked, which I think was maybe feeling a little stuck or whatever, but it sounds like you're actively making the steps to get out of that situation, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm here to help in any way that I can, okay? Yes, Munavar. Okay, so let's see. Tap into Munavar's energy. What's going on with studying abroad? Is this a possibility? Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, that's actually a really great sign. We got take the lead, and we got watch for signs. They're definitely saying, especially with this butterfly here, that there is going to be some type of rebirth or transformation, and it looks like it is going to be excelling or putting them in a master or leadership position here. Let me go ahead and pull. Yes, whispered. Give me 2 seconds, and then I'll let me answer this one, and then I'll go right to your question after that. Okay. But yes, it looks like actually that with take the lead showing up and watch for signs, it's a real possibility that this could go master level. That you could be able to go, or they might be able to go abroad with this. Now, we do have the Two of Swords showing up. So is there a crossroads, or is there a go this way or go that way? Because it does seem like there might be, for lack of a better expression, not so much a stalemate, but a sort of a choice in having to decide which way to go. Yes, and remember guys, this is all for a like, share, or a subscribe. It is an energy exchange. It is not just free. It is so that we can give each other something. Okay, so make sure that you do hit that like, share, or subscribe, and I'll be more than happy to answer your question for you, okay? So Aya, are you there? Because it sounds like that even though this is a very big possibility, They're saying watch for signs because there is going to be some type of a crossroads moment where you're going to have to see something clearly and where they're going to have to see something clearly and make a decision to move in a certain way. But with the Page of Swords, receiving those downloads, you will receive the right information, which is the reason why they want you to watch for the signs so that you know which way to go. But to answer your question, it is not just possible, it's probable that you will be able to go abroad for the master level, or that they will be able to go abroad for the master level. Okay? And if there's any more information, or if they want to get a reading or want to go deeper, they can certainly book one, or check out my Etsy store, or check out the show in a couple weeks. Okay? And let's see, who is next? We have Whispered Destin. Okay. Yes, Whispered Destin. Again, like I just said, it is a free question, but it is an energy exchange. As long as you like, share, or subscribe, I'm here with you. Okay? Because I'm a person too. So it says, my parrot named Susie just vanished from her cage. Oh. I'm sorry. I love animals. I'd be so devastated if I didn't have my bear or my Leslie. Yeah, let's see what's going on. How long has it been? She just vanished today? Did that just happen today? Thank you so much. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Fool. How did she vanish from her cage? Because what they're saying here is, I don't want to get the message. So they're not, look, I'm not saying something happened to her, but she's obviously lost. I don't know how she would have gotten out of her cage. Something unexpected clearly happened here with the Tower. It just feels like she's just out somewhere, and the message I don't want to give is that I hate this. I hate this part for sure, but is that not that something bad has happened, but she might be gone, is what I'm seeing here, and I'm so sorry to give that message. But I also have to tell you what the cards are telling me, okay? And it looks like, especially with the Fool energy, that she's gone, like out in the world now. And not that she wouldn't be found, or not that something bad has happened to her, but somebody else may get her, or she might just go be a bird and live that way. I'm sorry to give that information. I really hate that so much. Let me see if I can give some type of anything to lighten this up a little bit. I don't see how I could, but it seems like she unexpectedly got out, and and with these knights showing up and moving towards the Fool, I just feel like, unfortunately, she might be lost. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to move away from that energy because I hate giving that message, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but, I'm sending so much love your way, and, I'm not just going to say, just go get another one. Obviously, 15 years. But when you're ready, there will be an opportunity to connect with something like that again, okay? So I want to move away from that energy, but I'm sending you so much love and hugs and all of that, okay? Okay, let's see. We have, all right, Chrissy. What's your question? Love, you're single. Okay, cool. Let's see what's going on with love. I like to use these. Okay, what do you want Chrissy to know? What about her life? Okay, it looks like we have confession. Looks like you might be hearing from somebody about their feelings for you. Let's see what else they say here. Okay, and they, two things. They say, right now, try to relax into the fact that you're single. I don't know if you're stressing about it or upset about it, but they are saying relax into it. But somebody is going to come through here with a confession. Let me see if I can find out with these divine time oracles when that might actually be. Because it says releasing a secret and pursuing virtue through honesty. But it's... Oh. We got around May and we got within a couple of days. It seems like you might be hearing something within a couple of days that might turn into something full-fledged come May. Okay? Let me see if I can get deeper here with this. And that was the Empress there at the bottom of the deck, so that's all about love and budding romance and fertility. Do you have someone that you're interested in, or someone who you might be crushing on, or that might be crushing on you, or that you think might be? Oh, I'm so sorry, Whispered. That's such horrible news. I feel that way. I mean, I've had Leslie since she was I've had both of mine since they were babies, so I couldn't even imagine. Seriously. Oh, okay. So, feels like there could have been some type of anxiety or something going on, or some type of thoughts about how you feel or relate to love. But there's also going to be an end to that, and it's going to come in some type of fulfillment that liberates you. Specifically in this deck, which is why they wanted me to grab this one instead. There's going to be some type of a connection. Let's see. Not at all. 11 years single now. Okay. Well, someone's watching you. Not like that. Not like that, but they are keeping an eye on you here, and maybe you're going to get some type of inkling here within the next couple of days about who that might be, or who knows, you might be out at the store and bump into this person, or somebody that you may know who you didn't know felt this way about you. But it should be around May when you actually are starting to really kind of become more aware of what this is. This is inklings within a couple of days, and then around May it should be a little bit more full, should be a little bit more in effect to where you're more aware of it. And it's going to put an end to that 11-year single phase. And it's going to be this love that's liberating, and it's going to help you feel more free in love, and free to love is what they're specifically saying, okay? Because I can't ignore that the Nine of Swords showed up. Okay, so there may be something going on there, or maybe there could be a worthiness thing going on with love. There could be doubt. There could be anxiety. It could be any number of things. But the Nine of Swords did show up at the bottom of the deck. But it's going to liberate you from this nine. This Nine of Cups will liberate you from that. Okay, and even though the Ten of Wands is overwhelming, overburdened energy, it's a 10, so it's over. That's to bring you to that one, which is that new beginning. Okay, so just hang in there. Some type of information. Stay open too, because when I moved that Nine of Swords, we had the Page of Cups, and so you want to stay open to the things you're receiving, the things you're feeling, so that you can actually start to get a whiff of whatever this is that's going to be coming in within the next few days. Okay, and maybe just stay open enough to not resist it when it shows up as well. Okay, so anxiety. Yeah, that's what I was picking up here, and And maybe it is around love. That could explain, why you've decided to be single for so long, because there must have been something that causes you to worry or doubt when you start to allow yourself to even consider that. But they are saying if you just stay open as best you can, within a couple of days, the energy will lighten up in a way, and it'll take you by surprise, especially. That to where you'll be able to see some inklings of things and then maybe be moving into that direction come May. Or maybe that's when you'll actually receive that confession or somebody speaking up about how they really feel about you. Because if you're in this anxious energy, you've got to free that energy up to even be able to receive the confession. That's how energy works. But just like stay positive, stay open, and you don't have to go looking for it. Just be aware that you are being communicated with. So if you have a nudge or if you feel something, follow through and find out why that is, and you'll be to the next step of getting this information here. Okay? You're welcome. I hope that helped so much, and I'm here for you. I'm here with you. I love you guys. I'm so thankful that you guys are here, and I'm thankful that I can help in any way. So let's see, who else do we have? Okay, let's see. We got Sanja. Let's see if I had anything else up here. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and answer Sanja's question, and then I'll probably just wrap it up after that. I'm so grateful for you guys tuning in, and thank you so much for showing up and asking questions. I didn't even get to my DMs really, which is always great. But also, just if you could go like the other channel, if you're interested in checking out the podcast, it's going to be starting on the 26th. It's going to be every other Sunday, and yeah. And this will be the last one I do here. I'm really trying to grow the other channel more organically, and like I say, stop getting hosed by the algorithm. All right, so Sandra, let's see, what do you have? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Nato, sure. Get your question ready. I'm going to go ahead and answer Sanja's question about Kay's future plans, and then go ahead and get your question ready. Future plans and energy. Let's see. All right. What's going on with Kay? Okay, it looks like, ooh, okay. So, it looks like there is some type of communication coming through that's going to lead to some type of big happy change. Let's see, are you still there? Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate you so much. Okay, let's, did I lose you, Sanja? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Okay, so there is some type of big happy change coming in for Kay, and it could come in the form of communication. Let's see what else they want us to know about this moving forward here. Okay, so all right, guys, they are really challenging me as a reader today. So, are you guys in separation, or have you guys not been in contact with each other, or had like a bad separation or breakup there, Sanju? Because we do show that there is, like, it showed up with the 9 of Swords, literally, and so there seems like there is some type of lack of communication, which is why this would come up as communicate clearly. Maybe there's still some pain or some anxiety going on in this situation, but it did show up with big happy changes. So just know that there are going to be that there are going to be some type of changes, but there's a need to communicate more clearly with each other. If this is about you two, if this is just about Kay, then it seems like right now she's in some type of a healing phase, because even though the Three of Swords is a painful card, it is leading you to healing, which is the Four of Swords, which is why you lay your butt down so you can receive the answers that you need. Right? So, Three of Swords is Kay's current energy right now. She could be healing from something, or feeling very frustrated around something, or trying to learn how to communicate clearly, so that she can receive these big happy changes that are trying to come in. Let me get a little bit deeper here, because we did have it show up with the Nine of Swords, so a lot of it is in her head, but that doesn't make it any easier to navigate. Okay, in fact, it's almost worse, because it can immobilize you if you're not aware. Yeah, it's something. This is why I say, are you still there, Sanjay? Because if you're not, then I'll just go ahead and read this, and then you can check it out later. But it seems like something from the past is still affecting Kay right now. Okay, she's working on healing that. She's working on learning how to communicate, not just with people, but with the universe, and how to manage her energy and manage her thoughts so that she can receive the big happy changes that are coming in. Okay. And again, she's got some pretty heavy cards. Nothing to be afraid of. All internal. All saying there's some type of codependency here. There's some type of addiction or again codependency that she's looking to heal from, and it has to do with something from her past. Okay, and I love that, because I did decide to move the devil. I don't like leaving on that type of a note. And this is the big happy change. Okay, once you're able to learn to communicate clearly your energy with the universe, then you get the big happy changes. Things start turning in your favor. Okay, and so right now I think she's just in a state of trying to figure out how to move forward from whatever it was, or whatever she might still be feeling pain about. Okay, but we started out with big happy changes and communicate clearly. So the outcome is the big happy changes. Once you start to communicate clearly, it can be instantaneous, because it starts by you just feeling clear, and you're like, okay, now I'm feeling clear, so that's a positive step in the right direction, instead of regressing back into feeling like crap with that Six of Cups. Okay, but hang in there, Kay, and hang in there, Kay's friend Sanja, because remember, there's a reason for it. Even for the pain, there's beautiful things that can come out of a painful situation, but you just have to be willing to communicate correctly to the universe your intentions and your energy. And if you're in pain, you do have to sort through that stuff a little bit before you can actually move forward freely. Okay, so I hope that did help you. And I'm sending you so much love. It's so frustrating being in this swords energy can be a little bit difficult, but it's honest. It's telling you the root of why you're getting what you're getting. And if you can understand that it's just about your thoughts and your intentions, you can shift that, and then things will shift, because you saw me shuffle and the Nine of Swords is still showing up at the bottom of the deck, because tarot is not bullshit. Okay, I just want to reiterate. I'm literally talking about this, shuffling, and the card still shows up, but that's because it's really something that's active that they're working through right now. Okay? So I'm going to leave that energy there. Let's see who else we have. Nato, are you there? Okay, yes. Did you put your question? Okay, let's see. Okay, Nato, I didn't get your question, but if you want to come back or check out the video after the fact, then you can leave it in the comments, and then I'll respond to your question there. Oh, you're there. Okay. Okay, so the question is, according to my ancestors, why when I start to feel more energy to start something, my sister comes as a disturbance in my life? And I'm asking if she has good intentions to me. Okay, let's see what's going on with that here. think I'm going to go with the plant spirit message and see what the energy is there, because it feels like without even pulling any cards that there's unfinished business there. And so let's see exactly what they want you to know about that. And then you say, so this is your sister. Does she physically come, or is it an energetic shakeup? I mean, is she there with you, that to where she can actually have? It sounds weird to me. Well, the thing is that there is some type of unfinished business there, especially if she's physically showing up when you start to thrive, or when you start to shift your energy from that negative space. Oh, by call, okay, or message, okay. That's actually good, because then she doesn't physically have contact with you unless you let her. So if it starts to affect you, then you have that ability to turn that off or hit decline. Look, it's not being selfish to take care of yourself, especially because you can't give otherwise. So the first card that did show up is joy, expression, and glow. Okay? But it also shows with thresholds, hidden power, and lure. It says, where are you being asked to bend but not break? Is it a volatile situation with you and your sister? Because it feels like almost like she's not, I don't want to say codependent, but she is a bit needy. I don't know her like that, but I'm just saying the energy here, especially with lure, and like she's constantly asking you to bend in some way. Oh. Yeah, and it seems like whenever you are in that glow up energy, that is when she starts to come in asking you to bend in a certain way. So let's find out exactly what that energy is about, because I too have a family member like that. And I've had to distance myself because my peace is more important than anything, quite honestly. So let's see what they want us to know about this. What's the current energy? What is NATO's sister's current intention, and why does she keep showing up? Because this Belladonna card says lure, so there is some type of situation here where maybe she's trying to lure you back into something. Oh, that's too many cards. Okay, just give me one or two clear answers, please. What do you want NATO to know about his sister's intention? You guys, why does this Nine of Swords keep showing up? I would say, with the energy of the Nine of Swords, and again, bless your sister's heart, bless everybody's heart, it's a toxic relationship that you may need to put more distance on. Look at this. Showing up with the Seven of Swords. Not only does it represent that stealth, which is basically going quiet, but it also represents some type of sneakiness or deceitfulness or deception. Is she coming to you constantly asking you for stuff? Because it feels like a toxic situation here. I mean, look, the cards don't lie. This is definitely about some type of deception or some underhanded shit. And so, bless everybody's heart, I would put a little bit more distance there if I were you, because especially when you're in this energy, you cannot let anybody mess this up. We work too damn hard to be joyful. We work too damn hard to express ourselves freely, to let anybody come in and change that. And you know it's toxic. And let me tell you, one of the readings I did on my other channel, if you guys like this, go follow over there, because I'll be doing this over there from now on. But it was exactly about that. The confusion comes because you're a byproduct of their confusion. So if you continue to allow them to come in and out of your life, it's like a virus. It's like me letting somebody into this room who I know is sick and then closing the door. It's going to eventually get to me. And so let's find out what advice they want. Yeah, it's time to see this relationship from a new perspective. Typically, the hangman means to surrender. And what I would say in this situation is to put more distance between you and this situation. Like I said, we work too hard to stay in alignment, to allow somebody who's not in alignment to knock us off our game. And you know you're in alignment by what you're getting. And if you're thriving and things are going good, and next thing you know you're getting a phone call from sis on some bullshit. Sorry, ma'am. We don't do that in this house. So let me give you some advice here. Look at that. I love that so much because this is you, right? This is what shows up. This is where you're at. And then, here come the phone calls and the messages. It's a very toxic relationship that is going to take a toll on you unless you put some distance in between that situation. I'm going to give you one more card for the advice and see, but it is time to start seeing this from a different perspective. Look, I get it. Family, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is I don't care if you're my mom, my son, my brother, my husband, my wife. If you are stealing my peace, I cannot allow that for any reason, period. Okay? Until you get it together, you can't exist in my energy because I'm not going to go to your energy. And until you vibrate here, you can't even see me. And that's just how that goes. Period. Okay, so let's give you some advice here for that. Yeah, honestly, start doing you. Start working on building a more solid foundation within yourself, and continue to just express yourself. Be joyful. Be playful. Do not let this energy in to your sphere. And I know a lot of times we feel obligated because it's family, but if you're disturbing this groove, you can't be here, and that's it. So what does that mean exactly? Get your shit together or go somewhere else. And that's it. Because right here, this is what we're doing. We are living balance. We are living duality. We are living a positive, joyful, expressive life like we're supposed to. We're not on this bullshit anymore. And if you still are, then again, you can't see me because you'd have to vibrate here to come where I'm at. So I do hope that helps. I'm so sorry for that situation. It's so frustrating, but do not let her toxic virus affect you. You just can't do it. It's no. The answer is no. I would hit silent. You don't have to block because I get how that feels. I wouldn't recommend doing that because that's something, like at least with me, blocking feels like it's something more for me that's hurting me than them. So it's like I can also just ignore you. You just don't exist and it's fine. And you'll get the message. But I would at least not answer every single time she calls. Assess it. How do I feel right now? Is this going to help me feel better or is it going to help me feel worse? And then take it from there, you know? Yeah, he said, I don't want her to come into my home. She asked if she could come in my home before to go somewhere else. Oh, especially, oh my God, you said you got the information in a dream that it's not good. Listen to that stuff. That's exactly what they're saying here. Listen to that stuff you're receiving. You know. You absolutely know. And instantly your intuition is like, no. It's funny because I was in that same situation. My mom recently died in November and I reconnected with my brother and me and my son. I was like, oh, it's supposed to be Thanksgiving. Maybe they could just come over. And my son is like, no. It was like, oh, you know what? You're right. I want family so bad, but it was not this beautiful thing at all. And it would destroy the beautiful thing that I have in my house now, which is pure love. You know, so it's totally worth it. And so, yeah, let's see. Yes. Okay, Nato. So I'm here with you, man. Seriously, you're on the right track. Just stay joyful, stay playful, stay beautiful, stay in the beauty. And anything that is not vibrating there will not be able to see you unless you let it, okay? And that's 100% the truth. All right, so I'm here with you, man. Godspeed. All right, let's see. The next question is Selma. All right, Selma. Let me see if I didn't get anything before that. Selma. Oh, yes, Selma. All right, Selma, what you got? What's your question? We have a general reading for the rest of the month in April. Sure. All right, let's see what the rest of the month will bring for you. What can I ask what your zodiac sign is, Selma? Oh, thank you so much, Nato. I appreciate you, man, for sure. From Las Vegas. Yes, Vanessa. Okay, hang in there. I'm answering a question from Selma, if you're still there. And then I'll go to Shiva and then Vanessa. Okay, so let's see what we got for Selma here. What's going on for the rest of April? All right. All right, what does Selma need to know about the rest of this month? What energy is active? Okay. So, is there something that... Oh, Selma, there you are. Okay, hey. Oh, welcome from Ethiopia. Awesome. That's amazing. That's so cool. I love the internet because of that. It's so cool. So, are you... Because we got stop obsessing about something. Are you maybe over-focused on something, trying to get something created or trying to get something started? Because right now they want you to spend a little bit of time in the dream or visualizing and pull back the obsessive energy so that the energy can move again. Where do you focus on right now? Is it your work? Because what I'm seeing here is your, let's see. Yeah, and that goes right in with the hermit energy that we just received. It right now is going to be a time for you to pull back something that you're over focused on right now. Okay, and that's just what they're saying. Overly focused. Spend more time visualizing about how you'd like it to be instead of trying to force it to happen, and then you will see more progress by the end of April. By the end of April on this. Because with the Four of Cups showing up, there is something new trying to come in here, but it also seems like you're super hyper focused on something that either isn't moving fast enough, hasn't worked out, or you're just plain pissed off about. Okay? But zoom out, focus a little bit more on how you'd like it to be. Or one of the things I've actually been doing, which has been incredibly powerful, and you guys can certainly do this, I sit down in my journal and I go, what would it be like if it were true? And so I just sit down and write it and start writing, oh, I'd be this, I'd be doing this, I'd have this, I'd feel this way. And it really starts to get this momentum going in a way where you're now focused on what you want to have happen instead of what's actually happened or what has happened. And so that's what this hermit energy is just to kind of zoom out a little bit and focus more on the dream, because this Neptune energy is very dreamy. It says get lost in the lavender haze. So it's like get lost in the vision for a little while and stop trying to force something into place. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it's about, okay, oh, congratulations, you started a new job Tuesday. That's perfect. Okay, that's great. Because it feels like, yeah, so you may have been spending that obsessive energy trying to find a job, which can feel obsessive because it's just this constant thing on your mind. But first of all, congratulations. That's amazing. Celebrate yourself for that, okay? And if this is not something that you're like if this is just your stepping stone to your vision, still spend some time in the dream. How would you like this to go? Even if you do it on a daily basis before you start your day. How do I want, like, set the intention for the day, because that also could be what that means in terms of spending time in the vision. How do you want this day to go? How do you want things to turn out? If you had your say so, what would it be like if it were true? I would have received that check. I would have received that email. So-and-so would have called me, whatever it is. So they're saying spend a little bit more time in that vision and move from that place. Let me get one more card for you, and then we'll jump into, I think Vanessa might be next. Hello there, High Priestess. Thank you so much for joining. I have, I think, one or two, and then if you have a question, just drop it in there. Okay. Yeah, look at that. I love that so much, Selma, because we do have the Ace of Cups showing up with the Queen of Pentacles. So right now they want you to relax into what is happening and open yourself up to this new emotional fulfillment, especially because you're fresh out of that I don't want to say stressful, but that obsessive energy of I got to find a job. Especially if you're out of work for so long, it's like, what the hell? So they're saying, no, just now that you have that, you're starting your job Tuesday. Do what you can to take a beat. In fact, maybe take tomorrow if you can, and the rest of today, and just go within, relax, sit out in the sun, really just kind of enjoy yourself, because that's exactly how the Queen of Pentacles manifests. She doesn't get out there in these streets trying to force things to happen. She relaxes into the knowing, receives it, and then moves forward from that place. Okay, and that's all they're asking you to do here. Confirmed with the Hanged Man. This not only will give you a new perspective because you're fresh out of that obsessive energy, but it'll also reset everything, because you're now going to start a brand new dynamic starting Tuesday. So you want to be ready for it so you can hit the ground running and keep that momentum going. Okay? Okay, in parallel, I'm applying for different vacancies at regional. Yes, and that's the other thing is this job is great, especially because what I found is that now that you don't have to stress about finding a job, you get your mental capacity back. And so now you can start focusing on the other vision, which is applying at regional places or global places. You're sort of now have that initial pressure off, so you get that bandwidth back so that you can now create what you want. In fact, like, you're here at this job, but still see yourself in these global agencies, see yourself working for whatever you want to work for, or starting your own business. That's what they're saying here. Spend time definitely embodying that, because that's still the truth. This is one stepping stone on the way to that. Okay, for sure. So, let's see, who is next? High Priestess. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Vanessa. Oh, you know what? Vanessa. I think Vanessa was next. Yes. Okay, Vanessa, I don't know if you're still here, but you will be able to come back and check this out if not. Let's see what's going on with Vanessa's love life. Okay, what's going on with Vanessa Mouse in April? You're welcome, Selma. Congratulations on your new job. And remember, you got this. Seriously. You got that job. There's no reason why you can't get the global position or the regional position or what you really want. We have all the power. We really do. We just have to believe that. Okay, what's going on in Vanessa's love life for April? Oh, shit. Okay, all right. So, I think that was that way. Vanessa, if you are still here. Oh, you are. Okay, perfect. So, is there a situation that you might be in denial about? Because that is the first card that did come out. But it is just saying that there's something that you're not really willing to accept right now. However, don't fret, because it did jump out with these other cards. You're in the process of working through those issues right now. Okay? And so right now in April, if you're that's what's going on. Okay? Is whatever you're still in denial about in regards to love or in regards to a past relationship, you're working through those issues right now, but it brings you to the new opportunity, because we did get insights gained from a new job, experience, or partner. So just know that as soon as you resolve, or as soon as you're done working through whatever you need to accept right now, because it did show up with the Lovers as well, we have the new opportunity, which is the passionate new connection, shared vision, and values. The only thing I'm saying is not that that's not going to happen. It's just I feel like there's still some stuff that needs to work out before you can actually see the new opportunity. Okay, and let me see what they say. I'll pull a couple more cards here. But there must be something that, so there must be something that still needs to be worked through. But they did say you are resolving that right now, and you're healing from something. And once that cycle, or that healing cycle, feels more stable, that's the word they're using, then you'll be able to see this new opportunity, because there is one, and it is going to be a passionate connection. You guys are going to share your values. You're going to feel the same, and it could be like a high-level commitment. And what I can do is I'll pull a Divine Time Oracle card. I mean, obviously, they're going to give me a time frame, but this is all contingent upon you being willing to face whatever this is and resolve the issue within yourself so that you can see the new opportunities, okay? Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Wheel of Fortune showing up. Remember what I said, things are going to be turning in your favor. That's exactly what this new opportunity is here to represent. It's just that there is some type of, like I say, there's some type of energy that might keep you from seeing that happen faster. But we do have the Page of Wands showing up as well. So this is a new spark returning. This could even represent this new opportunity and this new spark. But it's going to be really hard to see that until you work through whatever the healing thing that you're working through right now in terms of love. What advice do you have for... Yeah, we got the Hierophant and we have the Page of Cups for the advice. This Hierophant is all about tradition, but he typically represents having faith and opening your heart to new love, to new experiences. We had the Page of Wands as well. They want you to open yourself up to something new, and you do that. Once you do that, it'll start helping to resolve some of these little things that are going on right now. Because honestly, it doesn't feel like a big issue, except that it might be keeping you from feeling clear or receiving the clarity that you need with the Queen of Swords. However, it is affecting you being able to see the new opportunity, so it is worth at least looking at, because things are wanting to turn in your favor. They want you to stay faithful and stay open, and you will be able to receive this new passionate connection. Okay? But you do have to move from clarity and truth first. In which case, it's accepting whatever this is, working towards resolving it. That's when you see the new opportunity. Okay? And so if you want to go deeper, or if any of you guys ever do want to go deeper, please feel free to book a reading or check out my Etsy store. I have readings on there as well. And yeah, so I hope that did help. But it looks like, to answer your question about April, with us only having a couple more weeks in April, it looks like you might still have to work through some stuff. So even if it did come through, it would be closer to the end of April. But I'm seeing more. Oh, you know what? I did say I was going to pull a Divine Time and Oracle card. I'm seeing more, if anything, it would be more like May, even like the late end of May. Oh, shoot. Look at that. We have the fall time showing up, and then there was another. Oh. Yeah, and that makes sense, because like I said, right now there's some healing that needs to go on. So it's saying that, around the fall is when you're really going to start feeling or seeing or maybe even meeting somebody new, but you would need to work towards distracting yourself from feeling like you're waiting and obsessing over any type of timing, for sure. So saying, oh man, if it doesn't happen in April, I'm pissed, that's what they're talking about. So just be open to it happening later, but it's only because when this connection comes in, you don't want it to be filled with this shit. You don't want these issues to be in this new connection. You just don't want it. In fact, like I said to the other person here, you can't see it if you're not vibrating at that space. And this energy won't let you see new opportunities, for sure. Okay? So I hope that did help. Again, I'm here for you guys. If you guys want to go deeper, then definitely click on the link there. And let me go ahead and move to High Priestess. Okay, High Priestess. Let's see what we got. High Priestess says, will I get the job offer from Vanessa for this cold pitch follow-up email? I'm sending it out tomorrow. If she doesn't get the job I'm applying to, she will give me another job. Okay, let's see. I will actually pull from the career and career and money cards there. And see what's going on with this position. And then I think they want me to use the Magic Seer cards. Oh no, okay. I'm going to use the Pulp Tarot. Alright, let's see what's going on with High Priestess. If you're still there, if not, you'll definitely be able to get the answer here. Sorry, I just try to give as much space as I can to the questions, so you guys can leave with some type of value. Okay, so let's see what's going on with High Priestess and this job situation with Vanessa. What do you want High Priestess to know about this job situation? Okay. All right. Actually, it's a very good sign, because first we did have cutlery. So it's about your business tools. Obviously, it's a situation where it's going to bring in more money, so it does say needing more money, but it is going to help you to live well, and it does say more work. But what really lit me up is this. We got paperwork, contracts, learning as you go, writing, taking a class, education, and law. So it looks like you could very well get this position here, especially with paperwork and contracts. It sounds like, again, if it's not that one position, you said something about another position that she might have. It sounds like you're gonna get one of those two positions, because we had paperwork and contracts sign up in response to your question. Typically, when you get hired on, you've got to fill out paperwork and you got to sign contracts, and so that's actually a really good sign in response to your question. And so when I picked the Pulp Tarot up, we do have the Five of Swords, which means that you might be a little bit worried about it, or maybe having some type of internal struggle. Send the email. Just send it. But it does look like it could work out pretty well. Don't allow your internal struggle to keep you from trying, because it looks like it could turn out in your favor. I love that, because look, we have that showing up with the Nine of Wands. Obviously, it's, been a long, hard road, but you are at the end of something, because nines are definitely about fulfillment, even though it has been a little tough. But something is being restored here, where balance is coming back in. This is a Justice card. It's an 11 card. It breaks down to a 2, which is all about duality. It's all about connection, and it's all about making a choice or a decision, okay? And so it sounds like you're going to be in a position to maybe decide, but it looks like you might get one of these positions here, especially based on the Seven of Wands, which is about achievement. However, it's also about you standing your ground or holding your vision here. So believing in yourself, believing that you have what it takes, believing that you will get this information from her, and believing that you will get the job. Because based on what I see here, it's looking pretty damn good. Okay? In fact, let me pull one of these my I Came to Win Oracle cards here, because they're all about empowerment, and they're all about owning the room and like stepping in there like unapologetically. So that could help with you sending that email tomorrow. You guys heard me say unapologetic, and you heard me say own the room. Boom. That's because tarot's not bullshit. It's energy, okay? That's what they want you to do. Hit that send, step in that room, make that call, hit that email, chat that chat, whatever it is, do it unapologetically like you belong there, and you will, okay? And then we have that showing up with the Queen of Queens. Use your queen energy. You so got this. This is actually a really good look for you, High Priestess, okay? Step up to the mic. You got something to say, do it. Like they're saying, you don't need to hold back. Own the room unapologetically. Okay? Because you're in the position to get one of these two jobs or sign some type of partnership or paperwork in the near future, okay? So I'm so happy that message came out. You got this for sure, and let us know what happens if you can. That would be amazing. I would love to know that it did work out for you, okay? So I'm going to move on to the next question here. We have Arth Sharma. Are you still there, Arth? Oh, Artharv? Sorry. Arth. I'm just going to go Arth, okay? Okay, how will my future wife look? Nature and education. How will my future wife look? Okay, please take my question. Okay, absolutely. Message from my spirit guides. My future wife. Are you? Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, High Priestess, you're weak. Yeah. Like I said, the stuff that's coming through here, it's obvious that there has been a little bit of, I don't want to say worry, but just kind of like, man, you know, I've been putting in the work. I hope that this, sort of like hoping that this does pan out. But with everything that I see here, and paperwork, and using your queen energy, yeah, your week is going to be fire, for sure. You need to step onto the scene unapologetically. And literally when I pick these two up, what does it say? You need to walk up there like you already have it, is what they're saying. Act like you have it already, because you do. You have one of the two, for sure. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad that would help. That did help you. Okay, so let's see. We're talking to Artharv. Okay, Artharv, you were asking about. So you're just what? Asking about your future wife? Like, are you trying to find out how she might look, or what? Like, what specifically do you want to know about her? Ooh, it seems like it's raining. Yay, I love the rain. Okay, so let's see. How will my future wife be in terms of okay, alright, cool. Let's check that out. Let's see. I think I'll just go ahead and start with the tarot. And then maybe some soul trees. What do you want Tharp to know about his future wife? Ooh, that's some interesting energy. So, I literally just pulled 3 cards, Atharv. Okay, and we do have the 6 coming out of here, but this is some pretty rough energy here, okay? I'm not sure what's actually going on currently here, but it's something. I literally just pulled all 3 of these cards right now. Now, in terms of what this could mean about who your wife might be, She could be an air sign, which would be a Libra. Can't think right now. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Or she could be an earth sign, which would be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But we also have cups as well. Let me find out why this is coming out like this, because they're not saying that she's going to be sad and unhappy, I hope. What are you guys talking about here? Maybe she feels deeply, because it's like, all right, Azar, you got to tell me a little bit about what's going on, because look what card we got now. Are you in something right now that's no bueno? Because they are not giving me any information on your future wife. They're giving me current energy right now. Okay, and I'm not fully sure why. We were with the Eight of Cups, but it looks like you're walking away from something. Okay, so yeah, what I will say is that they are not giving me that information, because they're telling me that something else is going on here. They're not giving me any information on your future, on your future person. They're giving me energy on how you feel right now about something or someone. And this is the reason why I just pulled 4 cards and they all have the exact same energy. So again, I'm not going to BS you. I'm going to tell you what's coming here, what's showing up, and they're not giving me any information on a new partner. There's something going on currently right now that's keeping me from seeing it, and that's going to keep you from seeing it, unless you're honest about it. Okay, I'm going to pull you an oracle card to see if they give us anything, but I would take some time to look deeper into to honestly look at what's going on before worrying about moving forward with someone. Healing energy. I'm telling you, something's going on there with our Arth. Something's going on there, and they won't give me the information until you address it, unfortunately. And I do apologize for that. It is what it is. But if you want to go deeper, or happen to want to get a reading, a personal reading, to find out what this energy is and why the hell it's showing up for you when maybe you might not be aware of it, but when it shows up like this, I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that. I can't try to put a positive spin on this. There's something going on energetically, emotionally, that is keeping them from letting me see any information about who might be coming in for you. I don't want this to rain on my phone. But, so I do apologize for that. I'm going to move away from the energy because I have a couple of other questions. But, yeah, hit me up if you want to talk about it and figure out why all of these cards are showing up. Because it's some heavy energy that as soon as it gets addressed will open things up in a way that you want. Okay? So let's see. Who is next? Well, yeah, Arsa, unfortunately, the energy that's showing up is negative, and it doesn't feel like they're talking about your future partner. This is current energy showing up here, and all of these cards represent some form of healing and confirmed with healing energy showing up. Okay, so there are some things going on that are not allowing me to see who that future person is, or to even receive any information on that future person. They're like, first they said, no, this is what's going on. Oh, no, this is what's going on. There could be some abandonment stuff going on. No, something happened in the past that you can't get past. No. He needs to walk away from this to something else. I mean, literally, I pulled 4 or 5 cards for you, bro. So, if I can help, let me know. But it's not saying that something bad is going to happen. They're saying address whatever's going on right now, and you'll get that information much more clearly. They even said she will show up in a dream once the energy is clear. You'll be able to actually see her. Okay? So, I do apologize again for that energy. I can only tell you what the cards are telling me, and I'm never going to sugarcoat it or pretend like they're saying something they're not. Okay? So, who's next? All right. High Priestess. Okay, we got Shiva. Yes, okay, Shiva, Spirit Guide's message. Do you have any specific information you want, or just in general that they might want you to know? Okay, and pull one of these, and one of these, and one of these. Oh, hey, Crow's Nest. Okay, so you, if Shiva is still, let me do Shiva's reading, then I'll go to Crow. Oh, you're there. Okay, cool. And then I'll go to Crow's Nest, and then Lisa. Just remember, guys, this is for an energy exchange, so please make sure you do hit the like, share, and the subscribe button, so that we can take care of each other, honestly. Okay? So, let's see. What message do you want Shiva? I'm going to start with just an angel, with one angel message, to see if we can get something direct. Shiva, and then I'll go ahead and clarify with the tarot. Okay? Okay. And it's crazy because I was kind of saying that, but it can, you don't want to. Anyway. So it seems like you might be in a state of confusion right now. It says you're confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before you make this decision. And then we have that showing up with Shanti, who is the angel of peace. So she's working right now to bring you some type of clarity so that you can feel more tranquil and have a smoother road ahead. So on one end of the spectrum, they're saying that you might be in some type of indecision or confusion because you don't have the full picture yet. You might even be living some type of uncertainty, and that's very uncomfortable. But they're saying get more information, seek help, seek advice, and Shanti is going to help you find that information so that things can move a lot more smoother going forward. I'm going to pull one of these High Priestess of the Light cards as well, just to see if we can get you another layer here. What do you want Shiva to know? Yeah, and this has to do, okay, so they want you to tap into your divine masculine energy and use your active power. Yes, there's confusion, but I think that they're asking you to act in some way as well, but not before you receive some information. And then we have you tapping more into joy, learning, joy, art, music, wisdom. So they want you to use the wisdom that you have to move forward, but you receive that wisdom first before you act. So this is not just being all out here willy-nilly, just doing shit. This is, let me receive the right information that I need so that I can take action and use that wisdom to take action. Okay? And the angel of Shanti is here to bring more peace and to kind of make it a little bit of a smoother road for you. Okay? Let's see what they want me to say here, but she's all about active power, the Queen of Wands, okay? And even though she's not really a masculine energy, she is about taking action, and she is about power and regaining your power, reclaiming your power. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense, and it's just what we just said, because there is some type of like decision that needs to be made in a way that it's aligned with who you are now, but it won't come out of this confusion because it does show up with the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is saying that there's still some type of confusion. It's confirming that energy, that Merlina energy here. But the Lovers, it says, as soon as you make some type of a decision or something that's more aligned with who you are in your path, then you'll be ready to take action. Okay? And so for right now, I would say seek advice, seek get a reading or go to a mentor or take a course or find a tutorial on it, whatever it is, and start trying to gather information. It does one of two things. It helps you feel like you're moving in the right direction, and it builds momentum. And so now you'll be able to know when it's time to act, and there will be no more of this confusion because you're now informed, and you're going to be acting from an informed place. Okay? So, are you there? It's my relationship, probably, because I've been trying to decide whether to break up or no. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, I gotcha. And so, do you mind if I pull a card on that to see what they think or what could happen here? Because there's a reason you feel that way, Shiva, and so you have to honor that. But again, only you know your situation, but maybe I can help bring some guidance into that indecision. Or maybe, you want to break up because you heard something happen. That might be why they're saying go get more information before you just burn the whole house down. So it really just depends on your situation, but I would love to pull a card to see if I can get a little bit of clarity. Okay, cool. And that makes sense then why the Lovers would show up as well, because there's some type of decision that is being made, and it very much could be about that relationship. What's the right move for Shiva moving forward in this situation? You got the Two of Swords. I think they're telling you, especially coupled with this Lovers, work towards trying to see something more clearly. You got that with Merlina. There's a reason why you're even considering not being in a relationship. So take some evaluation time. Zoom out. Take some evaluation time. Maybe take a day or two from your partner and really decide, like even if you do a column, this is the reason why I should stay, and this is the reason why I want to go, and sort of weigh that out and do that honestly, because this is also a decision card, so something does need to be made here. And then we do have the Hierophant showing up, so you want to move towards those things that are more aligned with who you are now. And if it's not this relationship, once you receive that information or that clarity from you doing the reflecting or doing the column or whatever, then you'll know what to do, and it'll be time to take action. Okay? So yeah, it looks like it looks like you got to start looking at something more clearly, and that'll free up this confusion, and then that'll help you know exactly what to do in that situation for sure. Okay, so I do hope that helped you. Confusion is a motherfucker, so I'm sending you nothing but love and nothing but hugs and nothing but clarity. But just whenever you can, just remember, the Queen of Swords does not put up with confusion. She will take that sword and say, no thank you. And so you're being asked to embody that queen before you have to go into that Queen of Wands action energy, okay? For sure. All right, Crow's Nest, let's see. What do you got? Oh, yes, can you please, could you please, it would be much easier if you could just put your question here. Is it a love question? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I think it's so cute. I appreciate you. Yeah, and if it does, like guys, I'm still gonna be doing this, but I'm gonna be doing it on my new channel. Like I said, I just kind of tired of getting hosed by the algorithm, so I'm starting from scratch. And if you guys want to support over there or want to come and check out the show, the link should be in the description or in the chat, and then you guys can go subscribe over there. And then that first show will be on the 26th of April. And it'll be every other Sunday after that. Okay, cool. So, where will things go with Nathan, the Sagittarius, and I? Okay, cool. Let's find out what's going on with Crow's Nest and Nathan. Is he aware? Does he know that you like him? Have you guys been together? Is there any actual connection there? Or are you just kind of crushing on him? What's going on with Crow's Nest and Nathan? Oh, okay. So was there a separation here? Because it does seem like it says what the two of you have is a gift. Don't waste it. So there's genuine love there. Or there was a connection, or there could very well be a deep connection here. But it also says he wants to rejoin your life and doesn't know how or what could be holding him back. That's what makes me wonder if there's been a connection here as friends. But we just admit, oh, gotcha. Okay, all right, yeah. So that does make sense. And honestly, him wanting to be a part of your life, rejoin, obviously doesn't really resonate, but he wanting to be a part of your life, but maybe something was holding him back. So let's see, because there's a genuine connection here. It's a gift. They literally said that this could turn out to be something high level. Okay, let's see. It says, don't worry about the future. You can adapt to any situation that comes your way. So I think they're saying don't try to obsess about the family, the kids, the car, if we're going to be getting married, all of that stuff. Just kind of enjoy this moment together, especially if you guys just realized that you guys were honest about how you feel about each other, because this is a gift. This is a connection that has the potential to go long term. Let's see what else they want us to know here. Yeah, I feel like the only thing that could change this, and they're even saying that here with, is just trying to worry too much about the future or where it's going. But look, we got the Three of Wands. This is heading in a really, really, really good direction, because the next card is the Four of Wands, which is all about building that solid foundation, building home, family, celebration, connection, all of those things, right? And so this falls right in line with just letting things unfold naturally with the Temperance energy there, and trying to balance out both, and just trying not to worry too much about where this is headed, because that can turn it could turn the energy quickly, unfortunately. But it's definitely going in a good place. Like I said, the fact that they put that it was a gift, don't waste it, and that you got the Three of Wands shows that it's headed in the right direction for sure. Yeah, see? Oh, you don't know because I didn't show you. Duh. Yeah, remember what I was saying? I'm don't even worry about, if you guys are going to live on the east or the west coast. None of that stuff. Just be one step at a time, slow and steady, because he is a moving knight, but he moves very slowly because he's intentional, he's methodical, he's not just out here doing stuff. And so they're saying here is just sort of keep taking it that one step at a time. Remember, you guys were friends first, and so if you try to rush into what this is going to become, you might lose sight of the fact that you guys have been friends. You were friends first. You see with this Five of Swords energy, that's that internal, where is this going to go? How should I act now? Sort of just still try to be in the moment with him as your friend, that you guys actually now are letting feelings develop. Because this combination also represents the fact that these are feelings that grow, but they are going to be growing in a slow and steady way so that they can last, because you guys have a gift. This is a beautiful connection here, they're saying. I'm going to pull one more card for you just to wrap it up. But I think you guys are definitely on the right track, and just try to remain as friends as you can alongside this lover relationship, right? Because with more earth energy showing up, and about ebbing and flowing and giving and taking, is that it can't be too much giving or too much taking. It has to be this slow and steady process of growth. But this also represents abundance as well, okay, and gifts, which literally they said this is a gift. Six of Pentacles represents a gift. So I think it's looking pretty good, Crow's Nest, okay? And then we do have, like I said, that Five of Wands energy. They're just saying, don't let that worry of where it's going to go, how it's going to turn out, what happens if it doesn't work out, we're not going to be friends. Don't let any of that stuff thwart the fact that this is growing into something beautiful, slowly but surely, okay? Well, it's only because it's only because it's very new. Like you said, you guys just got the balls to admit this just the other night. So it is going to take a little bit of a process. This is another reason why, and further confirms that Knight of Pentacles energy, because it's going to have to be slow for that reason. And it's not that you want to, blow up the spot. No, but you want it to end in a way, if it does work that way, you want it to work in a way where nobody has to really get hurt or completely devastated, I mean, it is what it is. Love is love. But if you're feeling that way and he feels that way, it is going to grow into something, but just take it one step at a time, for sure. Oh yeah, there's a very deep connection there. There's definitely a deep connection there, no doubt about it. And it's like you're wanting to cut him off is a defense mechanism, because you maybe didn't want to admit that you do feel this way, especially if he's with someone. And nobody wants to be that person, but also sometimes you just fall in love with somebody else. It is what it is. It's not great, but it is what it is. And so they're like, it is a gift. It's a beautiful thing. Let this naturally progress, and it'll work out in a way where everyone involved is going to be okay. Okay? Perfect. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you so much, and good luck. I'm sending you nothing but love and hugs, and if I can help in any way, let me know. Okay? Cool. So let's see who is next. Who's next? Are you still there, Elaine? If so, go ahead and drop your question. Hey, Ren, Arwen, and Loyal. Awesome, guys. No, I typically go first come, first serve, but if you're still here, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. All right, so what's your question there, Arwen? I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support. Are any of you guys still here? Loyal or Arwen? I know there's probably a delay too, I'm sure, on this. Okay. You just want some general guidance? Let's see. Alright, I love to start with... Ooh, you know what? I will start with plant spirit. So that we can see what they want you to know. Okay, cool. Loyal, get your question locked and loaded, because after Arwen, I'm going to answer your question next. Okay, all right. Now we have sleep, descent, and reconnection. What forgotten part of you lies waiting in the dark, calling you home? Okay, and this feels very much like a shadow work period for you right now. There might be something trying to get through that they're asking you to embrace, because it does show up with Olive, which is wisdom, peace, and endurance. It says, what quiet knowing have you carried through many seasons of your life? Okay, so right now, you're in some type of place where you're looking to reconnect with yourself. It really, really feels like with the Valerian that this is a shadow work period for you, and that's not anything to be afraid of. This is the time to embrace it all, okay? And let's see what else they want you to know about this. Oh, shoot. Throwing cards. Okay, hold on. Even though the Nine of Wands did show up, that's very much like this this shadow work period phase. But let's see, what do you want Arwen to know about this shadow work period? Okay, they definitely want you to stay open right now, because you're in a period right now where you're going to be receiving a lot of downloads. They want you to use your intuition, feel into the situation, and be open to receiving. So right now, because you are in this shadow work period, things are going to be coming up. They want you to stay open and curious and open to receiving those downloads so that you'll know the right next step, okay? What else do you want Arwen to know about this shadow period here? I feel like it feels very much like judgment, like you're being called to something higher, and it's not judgment, but it is. You're being called to something higher, and so right now they want you to stay open, and they also want you to embrace every aspect of you, okay? Because this next phase where you're going to is going to require you to be a much more open, a much more grounded, and accepting is what they're really saying, version of yourself, okay? Now you are walking towards the sun, and it is walking towards something that you may have already been building or have been patiently waiting for to grow or turn into, but it's time to integrate the shadow self, and it's time to integrate it in a way where it keeps you open enough to receive, okay? And that's all. I think right now your general message here is, even though you're going through a shadow period, they want you to try to stay open to what's coming, because it is not for nothing. It is not for nothing. Let's get one more message here for you to see exactly how they want you to reconnect. And these are the questions on here, if this might help you go deeper into why these cards showed up. It says, what forgotten part of you lies waiting in the dark, calling you home? Okay, so that might be a good journal prompt for you to start with in terms of where you're at right now for this shadow period. And then this question is, what quiet knowing have you carried through many seasons of your life? So that's very much like a juxtaposition of, okay, what is calling me home right now, and what has helped me get here through what knowing has helped me get through this, so that it'll help me get through this shadow work period as well. Give me one more card for Arwen, see what's going on here in terms of the shadow work. But you're being asked to certainly walk away from something that has been very draining. In fact, in this deck, she's literally doing a burning bowl ritual, and I do them fairly often, and they really do work. You feel so much lighter. You just write down, what I do is I write down things I intend to release and what I intend to replace them with, because the universe is going to fill that space with how you really feel if you're not honest. And so if I set that intention, then I do a little prayer over it, meditation. Sometimes I'll anoint it with certain things, but I burn it. And literally once you burn it and allow that to go up, you feel this lightness, this freedom that you didn't feel prior to doing that. So that might also be a good choice for you too during this shadow period. All of this is going to require absolute honesty with yourself, you guys, period. That's it. And these 3 cards came out, and I wasn't going to take them because that's kind of too many, but this is what happens. You get unexpected clarity that gives you that gives birth to something here that turns into liberation and wish fulfillment. That's all what's on the other side of this. That's what's there when they get to the sun. Okay, so right now they just want you to embrace every aspect of you and try not to resist any of it. Be open to the downloads and the direction, and you will be receiving. Not this is definitely about partnership, but this is also, in a reading like this, is about you and you. This is about your connection with your inner being, you and yourself moving together in duality, okay? But it does require you to embrace, relax into, and try to understand yourself on a deeper level, even the stuff that doesn't feel so pretty or we've taught isn't acceptable in society, okay? And that's kind of like saying let your freak flag fly. So yeah, so I hope that helped you, Arwen, right now. I feel like you're just in a shadow period where you're just working to try to reconnect with yourself. They do say that it is going to be coming. The breakthrough and the realization is going to be coming in a way that you can physically see and experience. So just don't close yourself off to what you're receiving, and be willing to walk away from those things that are showing up during this shadow period, or making you feel less than or unworthy because they're showing up. Okay. But the Tower is a very strong indication that this is almost over if there is some type of confusion going on there for you, okay? So, thank you. I hope that did help. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next question here, and then I might need to be wrapping this up here pretty soon. Yeah, okay. All right, guys, so Loyal, if you're still there, there you go. Is rekindling our connection the next step for John and me? Oh, okay. I love these love questions because I have the perfect cards for those. We have these. Okay, so Loyal wants to know, is rekindling our connection the next step for John and me? Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad that helps. Please do feel free to reach out. Feel free to chime in on when I start doing the show over there, because I'm here for you guys, okay? And I do appreciate the love and support you guys are showing me today. It really means a lot to me. Okay, let's see what's going on with Loyal and John. What do you want Loyal to know about their connection? Okay, yeah, and then look, you don't want to hear this. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Bless everybody's heart. But it says, trust that everything will happen at the right time, the way that it's supposed to happen. Don't force anything. Let the universe handle it for you and relax. And that did show up with have faith and be patient. Feels like maybe you guys have been separated for a minute, and maybe you guys might just be in the early stages of rekindling. But much like I told, it was before Arwen. I want to say maybe Vanessa. I'm not sure. But much like I told the other person, it's a very possibility, but you can't force it. It changes the entire dynamic. So instead of worrying about how this is going to progress, just sort of try to be as present as you can in the connection, and then let it progress in the way that it's meant to. Because they're literally saying that as long as you trust that it's happening in the right time and not force anything, the universe is on your side. They're going to make it happen for you. You know, as long as you're not kind of getting in the way of trying to force something into place. Let's see what else they want you to know here about this connection with you and John. Now, have you guys already started talking about reconciling or rekindling? Okay. All right. That makes sense. Recently engaged. Okay. No, does that make sense? It seems like... congratulations, by the way. I don't want to gloss over that. That's amazing. Because I did get the sun. That's why I say something very positive is happening here. But they're just saying not to try to force it to be in something else, because there is the Five of Cups did show up, so there might still be something there, or in the trenches. They just want to see to it that you're patiently taking one step at a time. You're patiently letting things flow naturally instead of trying to force anything into being or worrying about the future as much. Okay, because the Five of Cups did show up, but it did show up with the sun, which shows that you are moving in a very positive direction. For sure. And it showed up with stability with the Queen of Pentacles and abundance, for sure. Okay, so this is a very physical manifestation coming into being, and congratulations on being recently engaged. They're just saying trust that things are flowing and not to obsess about it. Let things flow in a natural way and enjoy your life. And it does say have faith and be patient. So whatever this Five of Cups energy is that's showing up, you're moving away from it, because it did show up with the sun as well. We are communicating. Okay, perfect. No, that's good. You're on the right track then. And that's the beautiful thing. If you guys recently got engaged, that's beautiful. That's way the right track. They're just saying if there is something Who knows? Because you said rekindle means that maybe something happened in the past that you guys don't want to give any focus to. You don't want to give any energy to that, because you need to start with a clean slate, is what they're basically saying here, and trust that things are going to unfold the way that they're supposed to, and not the way they may have happened in the past. And then that's confirmed with the Queen of Pentacles. She's very, very much about long term, and about manifestation, and about physical world, real physical world outcomes. And so the track you're on right now is headed towards that long-term stability, okay? Just try not to let it get muddled by anything else that's crap. That's unnecessary. That's all they're saying. Okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, everything's good. Like seriously, especially if you guys are on the right track, the cards here don't say anything bad here at all. The only little tingle of thing is to say, just a little disclaimer of, try not to let whatever happened before muddle what's actually happening right now, because it's good stuff, for sure. Yes, there you go. That's exactly the perfect way to sum it up. Have faith and let go of the past. If you're going to move forward, the past has to stay where it belongs in the past. And that's all they're saying there, okay? So I'm wishing you guys the most love, the most luck. I'm so happy. Congratulations on your engagement. Literally, you're on the right track. Just keep remembering why you're here, to love. That's it. Don't accept anything else but love. And then you should be good. By all accounts. Okay, let's see. Who is next? I think I need to wrap it up because I've been here. Oh, no, Lisa. If you're still here, Lisa, give me a shout or put your question, and then I probably will wrap it up after that. Because I've been here for a little bit. You're welcome, Loyal. Congratulations again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and thank you for showing your support and your love here today. I really do appreciate it. Are you still here? Oh, Lisa. Okay, cool. What's your question, doll? Slightly above. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed you, Mackenzie. My bad. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Okay, let me see. All right. You know what, Mackenzie? Sorry, Lisa. Get your question ready. I'm going to jump with Mackenzie. I did miss her, and I think Clinda, if you're still here too, let me know. And if not, I'll answer the question, and you guys can come back and check the video. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, give me 2 seconds, Lisa. Let's see what's coming coming my way in the next 2 months. Okay, Mackenzie, were you specifically looking for love, or were you specifically looking for career, or just in general? Because I usually like to start with the current, what the energies will be over the next couple months. Yes, Clinda, I'm gonna get you after Lisa, and then I got you. Okay, you know what? That's a beautiful sign. Are you still there? Mackenzie? Because it looks like there's gonna be some type of a collaboration, or they're asking you to lean into collaboration, and so the underlying energy says face those obstacles. So there might be some type of obstacles that you're going to be able to overcome by leaning more into community or collaboration. If you feel like maybe you're doing things on your own too much or whatever, try to get help, is what they're saying here, and that'll help you overcome any obstacles that you might be experiencing there. Love, okay. Oh, the twin flame journey. Ooh, don't get me started. That makes sense. Okay, so the twin flame journey, and it sounds like just based on the energy that you guys might be in separation. Let me pull something here. But over the next couple months, they're saying lean into collaboration, lean into community, lean into doing stuff with others, especially it's so important on that twin flame journey because it cuts you pretty good, and so you have to redirect your focus or you're gonna spiral like it's nobody's business. And like I said, experienced my own journey, just like 5 years later, finally okay. But it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things. So let's see. They definitely want you to lean into collaboration over the next couple months. It's going to free up any type of stuck energy you might be feeling, and it's caused, unfortunately, by whatever you might be experiencing in the twin flame journey. But the one thing that I did learn about the twin flame journey being on my own journey is that it's 100% about you leaning into you. It isn't about the other person at all. This is the time that you're supposed to be working on who you intend to be, and then that relationship will come back around if it's meant to be. Or you will become that person in a way where the right love is there for you, and they were just the catalyst to the change, for sure. You reconnected on social media, but just observing one another comes time, not messaging. Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, I just pulled something here. So it does say that he has good intentions, okay? There are good intentions. They're saying right now, don't worry about like trying to reject him or cut him off or even being so open and available. Right now, this twin flame separation is all about you. It is the thing that wakes you up enough to say, holy shit, I need to do something else here. And at first, it very much feels like it's about that other person. In fact, you almost can't not think about that person. Like, it's crazy. And to the point where until you start to redirect that focus, then you guys will slowly start to work your way back to each other. They're also saying, do let him make the move. I don't know what happened to your situation, but if you withdraw your energy, especially on a twin flame journey, they feel it. They feel it, and that's when you guys might give him the space to start reaching out, or the inspiration to. It says it's him. It will always be him. Whether you like it or not, he has a place in your heart. So this very much does feel like this could be that twin flame. And again, let's not mistake the fact that the twin flame journey is not always about us ending up together forever. Most of the time it's not. Not saying that twin flames don't end up together, because they do. But most of the time, all the time, it's about you guys going off and getting your shit together and then working energetically to get back there. And along the way, you might meet someone else who's better suited for you, or they might as well. But the point is to get you guys back to who you are. And then it becomes not about the other person at all, actually. Yeah, definitely do that. Let them reach out first, because one of the things you don't want to do until you're sure or more confident in the connection, you don't want to start putting your energy towards him, because he'll be able to feel the dynamic. If there's any anxiety, if there's any desperation, if there's still any angst or pain or hurt, he's going to feel it, and it's going to repel, and then that's going to make you obsess. Trust me, I went through all of that. It is like, it's almost something that you can't control. That's how you know it's your twin. You're just like, guys are a dime a dozen. Why am I tripping on this person like this? I wasn't even with my twin. And then that's how I know. But right now, work on grounding your new energy, integrating your new boundaries, integrating your new energy, and that energetic shift he will feel. And it's confirming here that this is a real connection. This is not your imagination. This is not you just thinking it's this or that. There's a connection there, so he's gonna feel it when you withdraw your energy in a way where you stop looking, you stop checking, you stop hoping, you stop, and again, easier said than done. But wait for him to reach out to you, and you just go do you, because the first thing we got was collaborate. Stop, collaborate, and listen means get out there and go do you. Redirect your focus right now so that the energy can move also behind the scenes. Let me get a tarot card here for you to see what else they want us to know about this connection. Yeah, and it feels like was this like a painful ending? Because it sounds like maybe you guys are still working through some stuff too. Because on top of you guys going apart to become who you are, there's still whatever actually happened that also would need to be worked through or addressed. But the 10 is an end. It's a painful ending, which means it's over. Not and that you can expect things to start to get better, especially with the Temperance card showing up. But it doesn't deny the fact that it was a painful ending. But the 10 breaks down to a 1 to become this new beginning. But it does have to be a slow and steady new beginning. And I'm seeing the Knight of Pentacles again, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what showed up. But King of Swords, just the same. This is all about clarity. Clarity and truth and standing in your power. And this is the reason why right now you want to redirect your focus, because that is going to be your superpower right now. Also with the Queen of Wands showing up. It's not redirecting your focus and collaborating with others is going to get this energy and moving in a way that you're going to feel more confident, more clear, and more ready to move forward. Then, when you're not so focused on it, you're going to be damn surprised that when you check your DMs, or you check your email, or you randomly happen upon something, that the energy has moved in a way that it was trying to do the entire time, but your focus was keeping it at bay, if that makes sense. Well, let's see. I will pull a divine timing card to see if we can get a time frame of when he might reach out, but I can already tell you that it's going to be a card saying, don't worry about that. Maybe. We'll see. Because they're very good about saying stop obsessing over time. What did I say? They're saying right now, try not to worry about when, because that is what is keeping him at bay. If he is going to reach out anytime soon, you obsessing about it is going to keep that from happening. And you redirecting your focus, that's why it says refocus. Redirect your focus is going to let that happen much faster, because obsessing over timing creates blocks. I'm not laughing at you at all, because I'm just like, you guys, I get it. I totally get it. But it's like, okay, so how do I do that when this person's on my mind constantly? By redirecting your focus, distracting yourself, finding anything else that feels good that is going to help you, even for a small moment of your day, redirect that focus in a way that energy can move on its own, because your focus now might be pushing it further and further away, unfortunately. But we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. Just do what you can to refocus. Jump into some projects, start doing something creative, whatever, and try to pull your energy back, and you'll be blown away at when he reaches out to you, for sure. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for asking your question, and I'm sending you so much love. Totally know how that twin flame journey can be, but it is one of the most profound and beautiful journeys once you accept that that's what it is, you know. But it takes a minute to do that, for sure. Okay, let's see. We have Clinda. Oh, wait, no, I think it was, yeah. All right, Lisa. Sorry, Lisa. Love reading, single. Okay, Lisa, let's see what you got. Let's see what Lisa's got for love. Okay, what do we want to know about Lisa and life? Ooh, that's a good sign. We got success. It looks like you might be meeting someone okay. Alright, so the underlying energy is stress. It looks like we do need to cleanse or detoxify from some things. It's really feeling like maybe some type of thoughts or maybe some type of perspective because you are single. But they are saying that once you do this, you'll be able to reclaim your power and step back into it, and you'll actually be able to meet somebody and feeling like it could be a high level commitment. Yeah, I'll use these. With the Magician showing up at the bottom of the deck. What do you want Lisa to know about her love life? Okay, we do have things moving at a really, really good pace for you once you're able to fully cleanse or detoxify from something that could be draining you. It feels very much like it could be a past relationship or a past perspective or something that happened in a past relationship that might be causing you to feel a certain way about love. But they're saying once you clear out that energy, that last little bit, then it's going to catapult you into some type of success because you'll be back in your power with that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, you're going to feel more confident again, but I'm not sure what, and we do have the Lover showing up. It's something that has to do with your values or something that you're aligned with or a decision that needs to be made. Did you guys have a bad breakup, Lisa, if you're still there? Okay, gotcha. So I'm not sure if Lisa is still there, but if you do come back to watch this reading, we do have something that you need to detach from first, and it looks like it's going to be pretty much smooth sailing in terms of someone coming in, and it could be a high-level commitment, and it is going to be a successful relationship. Oh, okay, you're there. Okay, cool. Excellent. But and so they're just reiterating that there is something here that needs to be cleansed before you'll fully be able to step into this new successful relationship or even really be able to see it. But it is coming in for sure, and it is going to be a high level commitment there, okay? But there is some codependency or some detoxification or some cleansing that does need to happen first. Oh, yeah. Okay. And are you still kind of in the remnants of that? Like, I know it happened that long ago, but, that stuff can still be active. In fact, it can show up as these fears. It can show up as that devil energy. And so right now, instead of focusing on who I can meet, I would work on just trying to be comfortable in my own skin, trying to be joyful, trying to find this place. Because they're even saying that when you go out and just do you and you're enjoying yourself and you're finding things that you truly love, that's when you're going to meet this person and you guys are going to just click because you're going to have something in common, and who knows, you guys might go out to have coffee or something and then it's going to blossom into something. But you won't be able to bring this stuff into this new connection. In fact, they're vibrating differently, so you might even miss it for a little while. You won't ever miss what's for you, but you might not see it at first. And that's frustrating because I've been waiting a long time. It's like, okay, if I don't see it, I'm pissed. But no, real talk though, but just work on trying to release whatever this stuff is here. And we do have apologies showing up, so it feels like there could be some form of forgiveness that needs to be addressed or had. Then you'll be able to move forward for sure, and you'll be able to move forward successfully because we do have a new person coming in for you, and it's going to be a really, really good connection. But like I said, you just can't bring this kind of stuff into it, so you got to work that out first, unfortunately. So hang in there, Lisa. Seriously, you are on the right track. Just be open, be willing to be honest about what might still be blocking you from what happened then or what happened between along the way. You just never know. There's certain different things that stick with us that we don't realize are affecting us until we try to do something in our lives and we're like, oh man, you mean that when I was 3? That's like showing up now. I'm in my 40s. It's like, that's crazy, right? But it's like until it's addressed, it's not really going to go anywhere, So hang in there, okay? And I love you guys. Thank you so much for checking in. And let's see, I'm going to answer Clinda. If you're still here, go ahead and drop your question, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see if you dropped it here, Clinda. Okay. Alright, so Clinda, if you're still there, please do drop your question. I'm so sorry to have you guys waiting, and I do appreciate that you guys are willing to wait. I'm going to try to give love to as many people as I can while I'm here. Clinda? Tried to find your question, I'm sorry. Alright guys, well, I think I will go ahead and wrap it up only because I don't see your question here, but I will be back on the new channel at, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after, starting at 2 o'clock, doing the same thing. Sound of Spirit podcast. I appreciate you guys. I only ask for an energy exchange so that we can keep the love cycle flowing. And yeah, if you guys want a reading, all those things are in the description. Follow the new channel, it's also in the description as well. And my Etsy store, I got readings, I got cool merch, I got sigils, all kinds of cool stuff there. So go check it out. Everything's in the description. Thank you again for watching and joining me. I'm so glad that I get to do this. I feel very blessed. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay?